Good evening, everyone. Hope this finds everyone well. Let me check my mic. I've actually switched mics for this one. And I can't tell if it's working or not. Let me replug this in somewhere else. That's odd. Well, apparently, I'm going to have to disconnect something because I'm getting no sound on my end. Okay. I guess everything's working. I forgot I had to turn the volume up on the Yeti mic. All right, let me mute that so I don't have to listen to myself. But I do hope everybody is doing well. And enjoying themselves. Hope their 2021's off to a decent start. As far as mine goes, mine had shares of up and downs thus far. Dealing with dental appointments and having 8 teeth pulled and having to go back yesterday to find out that I got bone spurs that has to be removed. So yesterday was back under the knife once again for me. So, but the times we live in, let me tell you. Some of you guys are probably wondering why I titled such podcasts as such Dark Winter. Why not? It's not the first time we heard it been used. You know, Biden keeps referring to that we're entering, well, pre-election. He first said it, we're entering what's going to be a dark winter. Then after, like last week, I think it was this week actually, he recoined the phrase again, dark winter. Truth is, we are in a dark winter. I mean, since I can remember growing up, even my many trips to DC, I've never once, ever seen a military occupation, a Capitol building, even the mall under siege. That is dark. That is definitely a dark winter for us. It's dark times when our building, our monuments, is all under siege. And some of you might say, well, why are you using the term under siege? Well, it is, first off, let's get something understood. Our Capitol building, what's up, Rob, belongs to the people, not the congressmen, not the people in it that think they own it. Doesn't even belong to the District of Columbia. It belongs to we the people. Now, we have every right to enter that building, listen to what they're doing. In fact, that's why they built the rotunda, for us, we the people, to participate and watch and observe, make sure the people that's represented us is doing their jobs. But now we got fencing put up all around everything. As of this week, they closed the mall down. You can't even go visit the monuments, which is another violation of our rights and liberties and our freedoms. You know, we got congressmen and congresswomen basically calling all this domestic terrorists. If we don't agree with their ideology, their logic, their way of thinking, the way they think we should be treated, if we supported Trump, we are insurrectionists, terrorists. Well, one, like I've pointed out in the last video, we can never be insurrectionists when the building belongs to the people, not the state, not the District of Columbia, not to the Congress. You know, and all this military, let's not call it military, it's the National Guard and the reserves. But within that, you're also going to have your FBI, your CIA, everybody's been involved because it's Inauguration Day, which, by the way, is supposed to be done virtual anyway. So it'll be a virtual inauguration. Wow, our taxpayers' dollars, that's being spended well this year, isn't it? You know, paying all the National Guard and the reservists to come in to do what? I mean, I've had to question after seeing all the videos, the pictures people have been sharing, the news media that keeps calling us insurrectionists, terrorists, who failed to report the facts. The fact is, this week, the FBI released their statement and did no wrongdoing, did not incite a riot, committed no crimes. Funny, the House was so quick to judge and jump, but that's the House. It's been all past 4 years. Oh, we got to impeach him. We got to impeach him constantly. They thought they had him this time. Well, guess what? The FBI's cleared our President Donald Trump of any wrongdoing. He committed no crimes. But you don't see CNN and MSNBC or any of them talking about that. All they're talking about is, oh, look at those people wearing those vests, those tactical gear, those domestic terrorists. It's sickening to know that the people we put in Congress are supposed to be representing us, calling us domestic terrorists. Let's talk about a crime. Calling U.S. citizens domestic terrorists. I've got one better for you. Let me slide this over here. AOC says that red states are suppressed states, which means the only way that our country is going to heal is through the actual liberation of southern states. This is what our Congress thinks of us. You know, last time some politician made boastful claims like that, we had a civil war. This is exactly what divides and separates states. This is what divides and pits people against each other. Southern states. Well, I live in a northern state, and I find this blasphemous. I find this very dangerous talk and rhetoric I think somebody needs to go back to the casting couch and spread her legs and shut her mouth. In fact, I think they should be investigating her. Not think. She committed a crime for voter for tampering with elections by telling people to go vote for the Democrats in Georgia if they want their stimulus check to $2,000. That's tampering with an election. Why isn't Twitter going after her for mandering in elections? Oh, wait, it's Twitter. You know, that right there. And looking at our capital today, I mean, I think, beginning to think I live in a third world fucking communist country. I think of the Berlin Wall. Our capital is literally under siege, but it's by our National Guard and Reservists. Well, I remember the stories. I remember what happened here in Ohio the last time the National Guard was allowed to be a police force. For anybody who don't know the history, go look up the riot at Kent State and how many people died because the National Guard was not able to do a peacemaker's job. And for anybody that's tending or going to attempt to tend, I mean, the mall's locked down. What else is locked down? I mean, you got to go through checkpoints. I mean, seriously, are we living in China or Nazi Germany back in World War II? And there was, as of today, there was a retraction of, them people wanted to hang, lynch, murder Joe Biden. They actually came out and had to retract that. Said no, that wasn't factual. There was no threats to Pence or Pelosi's life. It's funny how the truth eventually comes out, but most people aren't getting that because they only follow one source of news media. If CNN says jump, they say how high. Where was our National Guard and Reservists when BLM and Antifa was burning down Portland and other cities? Nope. In fact, where was the Democrats during all that? Oh, they were going out fundraising for bail so they could bail people out. Not demanding that, by no means do I respect any type of vandalism. Those that went in and vandalized the Capitol, they should face punishment as punishments do for the crimes they committed, because that is a crime. That ain't using free speech. That ain't using your voice. You went there to intentionally cause disruption, violence. Right now in DC, who's suffering? Well, right now, all the local stores, the small business stores, the food chains that are there, they're going to suffer because everything's shut down. But it doesn't stop there. So many states, state of Ohio included, DeWine made it official that from yesterday till after the inauguration, our state capitol buildings closed. This is affecting many states. We have many governors who shut down their own capitol buildings. Why? Well, one, we don't have the real facts. We don't have the real truth. We don't have the real stories out there. And I do got a very good question. How did some of these people, so-called people that the FBI went after, managed to get cell signal out of DC? I know a lot of people were there and they couldn't get a stream out. They couldn't even call anybody because their phones were disrupted. It ain't the first time that's happened. Everybody knows when you go to DC, you're going to have issues with your phone. Interesting question. As a few people have pointed out. You know, many of us already know. Yeah, go to DC, might as well record it and just upload it later because chances of you getting a live stream out slim to none. Getting any signal while inside DC during an event like the inauguration or protest, the suppression is unreal. They've been using the COVID's crap to lock us down, shut us down. They're killing our small businesses, killing people's livelihoods. You know, back in December, they passed a $600 stimulus package that majority of people didn't receive. Oh, now you got to wait till February 1st to add it, request it for your taxes. Our Congress has done nothing for us, Republican or Democrat. Besides, constitutionalists commit audacity crimes, stripping us of constitutional rights, violating their very oath of office. I have no respect for our Congress at all. I see a military presence with live ammo, mind you. So I would not even think about going to DC and thinking about acting a fool. Refer to your history to Kent State, then you'll understand why. Which is another audacity, because they've taken oaths to serve and uphold and protect our Constitution, protect our land, protect our freedoms. When the very criminals are on the other side of the fence, saying you can't say mother, father, daughter inside the house. There's going to be a big push coming after all your guns. You can't buy this. You can't have this. So yes, dark winter, that's very appropriate. Yeah, funny. Yeah, but as Rob, yeah. As Rob put it, yeah, but one dude did have a scope on the underside of the barrel down by the magazine, so he might not be not much of a threat. You know, there's a part of me, I don't know how many of those were just actors there, how many people were there, the provocateurs. We know what happens. There were some definitely mental people. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I actually quite understand it quite well why everything's transpired the way it did. You know, in a sense, what happened, is the one thing they aren't talking about: election fraud. They're not talking about what happened in Texas, where that chick got arrested for election fraud. It swept all talks away and it just ushered in a new regime change, so to speak, faster than the actual inauguration day. We already got Biden saying the very first day he's going to have a sweeping amount of executive orders. Promising to let what, 11 million immigrants in. Boy, I bet you the COVID numbers skyrocket after that. Where most countries have kind of shut down their travel and borders. Oh no, our new president's going to welcome anybody in. Don't care if you got documentation, we're going to give you citizenship. When we got our own problems right here, fuck anybody trying to come into this country right now. Start focusing on the people, the U.S. citizens. We're the ones that need help. We got people out there struggling massively to get by. You want to give aid to undocumented people? Let them in? How about taking care of our homeless problem, our homeless vets? How about actually trying to find a cure for COVID, not a vaccine that doesn't cure it? Oh, wait. While we're on the topic of COVID, how many of you out there know that there's now 3 forms of COVID floating around here in the United States? Because there was a mutation and they found a new variant to the UK COVID. So now we have 3 forms of COVID. New COVID-19 variant discovered in Ohio, what we know. The new variant carries a mutation identical to the UK strain, but it likely arose in a various virus strain already present in the United States. Wait, what do you mean already present? Up until a couple weeks ago, how about 3 weeks ago? I think we're still in December when the first case in Colorado of the UK strain appeared. So you're saying that already present prior to the UK strain? Wait, what haven't you been telling us? Not too many people are talking about this one. Either they just missed it. Well, of course, it was my local news that actually posted this because the case was found here in Columbus, Ohio. Kind of interesting. Well, yeah, there's a big group that's left Honduras too. It's how all of a sudden back under a democratic regime, and here comes the mass caravans. I mean, what's this country worth to you guys? Is it what the Democrats are calling for? Anybody can come in. We don't care about the citizens that are already here. Is that what this country is worth to you? We don't care about your job. We don't care about if you receive a stimulus check or not. We don't care if we lock you down. In fact, we want you locked down. We don't want you gathering in public. We got big tech corporations saying, oh, we don't want your speech on our platform. Fuck off. And the fact is, there's no safe haven to go to. That's proven. But yet there's people that still dream. Sorry, been down that fantasy world. Read the Riot Act. I learned that's a fictitious fantasy. But to each their own. Sometimes people have to learn the hard way and have to just go down that road and find out for themselves. And you will. $20 acres and a mule. Hell yeah. Most people won't know what to do with 20 acres and a mule. We become too reliant on government. We become too reliant on stimulus checks, unemployment. We become too reliant on anything but fixing the real problems. Why? Because our politicians tell us we don't need to rely on ourselves. We can rely on them and they'll fix things. They'll give us what we need. They've yet to give us affordable health care in how many decades? Last 4 years, we've won without a war. Nobody wants to talk about that. We've actually had a fairly peaceful 4 years. I bet you by the end of this year, we'll be at war with somebody, dropping bombs. I mean, Obama was the bomb king. Got a Nobel Prize for it. I know some of you probably aren't going to like my rhetoric anymore. You know me. Sometimes you just can't be nice. Sometimes you got to say what no one else wants to say. Sometimes you got to, Rob will tell you, I've got to be done that way from time to time. Sometimes I don't want to listen, even I know they're right. The problem is, we've come to a crossroads. We've come to a crossroads where, I hate to use Biden's terminology, but we're in a dark winter. We're on the verge of losing our country. We're on the verge of losing all of our rights and freedoms. And that's a sad day for us here in America. The one beacon of hope to the whole world, and we're so divided and pitted against each other that we can't see what's happening right in front of our faces. Damn. I didn't see that one. What's my alarm going off? So, it boils down to a lot of things. It boils down what can we perceive and what we see. Perspective is much more important now than ever. My perspective, I see a capital under siege. I see a government that's become so tyrannical that they've ordered, flat out blatantly said, they're going to go after, hunt down, and remove even Republican congressmen that voted to not impeach Trump. All I gotta say, if our National Guard, they remember the oaths they taken when they first served in the military, I think they should be getting together with the actual military and setting up war tribunals and tribunals. That is their job. Just like, it's our job to be voices. It's our job to use our voices when we see injustice. It's our jobs to speak up. It's our jobs to start looking into our communities, having these conversations. What's the next steps? How are we going to avoid or get out of this dark winter? You know, Martin Luther King believed in a lot of peaceful protest. But there was a faction of that group, as we all know, the Black Panthers, that did not. That they realized that peaceful protest only got you so far. I don't think we're past the point of peaceful protest, but the problem is our peaceful protest was going to fall on deaf ears because Congress don't care. In fact, if they had their way, they'd eradicate anything our forefathers said, our founding fathers said. Because if what the founding fathers laid out before us, and this happened in their time, well, there'd be a lot of people, a lot of congressmen facing treason and sedition charges. And I don't think they'd make the mistake that they made with Benedict Arnold. Because they definitely want to set an example that remained. So no, exile him and kicking him out of the country and exiling him from the United States. I don't think that would happen a second time around if our founding fathers were still here and in charge. And they were vocal about when government ran amok what needed to be done. But unfortunately, over the years, Congress has done everything in their power to strip our militias, call them everything but every dirty name in the book. They are terrorists, domestic terrorists, this and that, and strip most of our militias to nothing. In fact, it is no longer the militia's job to protect our sovereignty. It is the National Guard and the reservists' job. Because they became the new. Yeah, they did. And as smart as Martin Luther King was, I know I would bet my bottom dollar there's journals or people that knew him closely would tell you that was his idea. Have two different divisions, one to do the peaceful and one not. Because that man was a genius, whether you like him or not. Me and you talked the other night. I'm sure you're going to have some things you're going to want to say here soon anyway. And you brought up a good point. Man, what would happen today if the Klan decided to have a million man march on the mall? It's happened before. Yeah, I don't think that'd go over too well. Not that the Klan has any power anymore. But I keep hearing them call us racist. When's the last time I can't remember the last time in the last 10 years I've heard of a Klan rally. Wait, it was about 10 years ago in Toledo, and it didn't go over well. They got ran out. My bad. So it's happened in the last 10 years. But it was, honestly, it was a joke from what I've seen on the news reports. But yet I don't see that, for them to, because I believe what MAGA stands for, Make America Great Again. Every American should. I'm a racist. Well, can't be, but I guess that's people that just don't know me. Oh, you're white. You're Caucasian. Am I? No, I'm quite mixed, but I'm a racist because I believed in MAGA. Well, damn, I know a lot of black people that believed in MAGA too and supports it. Because, yes, making America great means making their lives great. Same way with Hispanics. We're making America great. We're getting in on that. Everybody got on that, and we did prosper. We made more money this last 4 years. Our economic structure up until COVID was doing great. But nobody wants to go after China, which is not the first time it's something's originated from China. It's gotten out in the world. In fact, a lot of our major SARS, which is part of COVID, and a few other viruses, has originated from China and ended up in another country. Well documented, but nobody takes action. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Just fucking this week, they got busted for trying to ship more garbage masks. Yes, I forgot about that. One side note, you guys can read the chat because I'm sharing it, but one side note is he's actually right. The reason they did march in D.C. was because it was for the Democratic National Convention back in the day. And believe it or not, the Democrats to this day are following the status quo of not only of the supremacist movement. Well, actually, yeah, that's the correct word. It's not Klan movement, it's the supremacist movement because we're talking more Hitler ideology. We're talking about old tactical warfare, flooded country. When you start flooding a country with immigrants, you start having pandemics. We already got one pandemic. We don't need any more. But this will just increase our pandemic. This will increase their numbers. It'll tax our economic system already. It'll tax our hospitals even farther. So President Biden really wants to run this country into the ground. To all you tree huggers out there, where are we going to put all those people? How many forests are we going to have to cut down to, and farmland and preserved areas are we going to have to remove to house 11 million more people? You think about that one? Of course, there is that theory. That's why they're pushing for the tiny homes and been pushing that so hard on things, smaller spaces. More ways to confine you, control you, imprison you. Besides, I mean, we're practically being imprisoned every day now. It's the COVID restrictions. Oh, you got to be in by 10 o'clock. If you don't abide by this, our next step is to go back to lockdowns. Well, our capital's under lockdown right now. In many states, your state houses are under lockdown or closed. How free are you feeling right now? Do you feel like you have any rights left? Oh, I can still go to work. Yeah, until the next lockdown. Then you hope and pray that your job is essential work. Essential. They haven't even, we still have places that still haven't recovered. Not going to recover. Many places have closed up, shut down their businesses. The only ones that are getting rich right now, well, Walmart, Amazon. Oh, yes, that's all the corporate businesses. Nobody else is making headway. And they don't want you to. You want to know why they don't want you? Because you don't contribute millions and millions of dollars to their campaigns, to their wallets. Your $200 donation don't mean nothing to them. It doesn't compare to what these corporate giants throw at them every day. So when they tell these corporate tech giants, you need to ban this person, you need to get rid of all these people that follow Trump or are MAGA, they jump right on it. Why? Well, you paid us, so you go do this for us. Next time we play our dog and pony show and bring you in, it'll just be a 3-ring circus because nothing's going to happen. We're going to bark at you a little bit and you go about your own business. It's exactly what happened the last 2 times. That's why I've got an issue with Jim Jordan, because he's all talk. They all are. Oh, we're going to do this. You haven't passed that damn thing. You haven't brought a damn bill to the front to do anything about these big tech companies. You let them keep doing what they're doing. But yet I find it hilarious that if China tells them, you can't show this content here, you can't have this stuff posted, they instantly obey and do and honor China's laws, Europe's laws. Fuck you here in America. We're not honoring anything about your laws. And that's been their status quo. So as we sit back and look at our capital that is completely under siege, funny part is it's under siege from within and without, from the outside. It's a no-win situation there. You know, I hear people talk, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. I keep dreaming. You know, everybody's talking about, oh, there's going to be an emergency broadcast put out. Where's that emergency broadcast? Yeah, it didn't happen. Why? Because we have no representation inside our Congress. We don't even have our representation in the Supreme Court. They've failed us time and time again. Their biggest failure was back in the Obama administration when they said that any corporate can donate as much money as they want to a campaign. Why? Because it's not a citizen. It's made up of citizens, so therefore the Constitution and Bill of Rights does not apply. Just like Obama's little workaround for Obamacare. Put the word tax in it, then it can't be, even though we had Supreme Court just say it was unconstitutional, it can't be heard in the Supreme Court because it's a tax. The whole system is broken. If you guys haven't figured that out, they talk about education reform, prison reform. What do they do? What do they do with those millions and millions of dollars? They don't reform shit. The prison system works as it's supposed to as a multi-billion-dollar corporation designed to keep people in and out. They stripped all the education from the prison system, so you can't get educated on a trade, a skill, and come out and actually be a better person. Now, they want you to become a better criminal. That's all you can learn there. You can't learn a trade, a skill. When the real crooks are sitting inside our Congress who deserve to be where the crooks are right now. They knew about the opioid addiction pandemic that was going on. They did nothing because why? It was creating money through the prison system. They talk about, oh, we're going to help these low-end projects, communities. What do? Nothing. They don't give them better. If you want to help these systems like people like big cities like Chicago, where you have a huge Hispanic black population, you want to help them, and you talk about education and reform and all this, start putting trade schools there, investing into the school system where they can get valuable trade in all the fields out there. That's how you get people off the streets committing crimes. You start giving them trades where they got some potential to better themselves, get away from that, or give back to their community when they actually make it. Instead of their only recourse is a school that has nothing because they underfunded, won't get the money, but they'll give this private school $500 billion. Now, exactly what you mean. Yeah, that's true. That's the truth. When they gave corporations more rights than citizens, that's when they fucked up. Because in truth, they're viewing the corporation as everybody that works there. But everybody works there is just the slave labor. It's the CEOs and board members that benefit from it, that take those millions of dollars they made off their labor and give it to the politician that's going to bend the rules and laws for them. That's the reality of it. So the workers don't mean anything to our elected officials. The board members and the shareholders, which many of our politicians are shareholders of these big corporations, because how they're making their millions. You know, like I said, if you're a senator, a congressman of any form, state level, federal level, you should, just like our president, have to show your taxes, show where all your investments are. That way, when something comes up and you have shares in that, you can't vote. You have to recuse yourself because you're not a liable source, because you're only thinking about your bottom wallet and how much money you're going to make by bending the rules for these corporations. Nobody really talks the whole story about Google either. Google has made leaps and bounds with the money they make off us to the point where now they're electrical providers. This is how far the monopoly goes. They don't pay shit for their energy because it's all free with all the solar and windmills that they've put up, bought up huge tracts of land. Now they're selling their energy to you, the viewers, the consumers, which is pushing other businesses out. Eventually, they're going to have a monopoly on our energy grid, which gives them more say of what they can control. No. But that's what Congress let them do. They always do to these big corporate giants. They bend the rules. They change them until they get caught. Then, when nobody's looking, they go back and re-amend it so they can keep doing the same shit, just like they did with the whole insider trading fiasco. They actually went back and re-amended the bill that originally came from, and they told the little peon, "You're a peon, get out of here. Don't ever bring that in front of us again." Then they got caught, so they passed the original bill. Then they went back and amended it so they can get away with it again. Man, if we tried that, we'd be sitting in federal prison. I'm so sick of the double standard laws. Because I don't got money and can't afford a real lawyer. I do something stupid, I'm going away. But hey, this rich person is going to get let's just use the beauty queen of getting away with everything, Paris Hilton. How many times she got a slap on the wrist, a pass, because she had all this money, and she's not the only one. All the rich do. Oh, here's probation where me and you would be going to prison. Doing 90 to 6 months to a year in jail. Oh, here's a slap on the wrist, probation, go do a rehab. You don't even need to report to your probation. It's a joke. They're all laughing at us every time they look at us, every time somebody says something. Yeah, don't you wish you had it made like us? Our politicians look down on us as nothing but slave labor. When we don't have a use for them, we don't have no meaning. We're treated worse than what slaves were, to be honest with you, right at this point. And they've worked their magic so well. They've divided us, pitted us against each other. They've done it for so long that most people turn a blind eye for it, don't care. We'd rather sit here and argue for hours on end about who's right, not what's sitting in front of us. How are we going to fix and remedy the problems that we have right now? But we do got one thing going for us. They are scared as shit right now. That's a dangerous thing, though. That is a very dangerous thing. They actually finally realized that, hey, some people do believe in what the Founding Fathers said. Some of them remember their history. And now we got to do something and put them back in their cages. Hence the military presence. Well, it's not military, it's National Guard and Reserves, but it's an armed presence. That isn't a militia. That isn't we the people. And they're doing the master's bidding, and their masters are supposed to be we the people. And that's where a problem lies. Because if they're actually doing we the people's bidding, they'd be setting up tribunals right now. And they would even be bringing Trump in. Because it's the whole system. And everybody has a right to a fair trial. The FBI has found President Trump not guilty of anything. So the tribunal would find the same thing. But that's my point. Ain't nobody above the law. If you're going to go after the system, you go after the whole system. That includes the president. Let him have his day in court. The FBI has acquitted him. He did no wrong. What about our seditious senators and congressmen, our treasonous senators and congressmen and women? Why isn't anything being done there? Why aren't they being held to account? They've committed some of the most outrageous audacities to date. Violated the very oath that they've sworn. And to you, reservists and National Guard members out there that may listen to this, which I highly doubt you will, unless you're knocking on my door for some reason. What about the oath you took. Who are you protecting? Are you protecting the U.S. soil? Are you protecting we the people? Are you protecting your real masters? Are you protecting the corrupt, tyrannical system that's ordered you there and telling you these are the enemy, these are the insurrectionists, these are the domestic terrorists? Mind you, they label you as that when you retire from the military. You are labeled a domestic terrorist. So not forget that. The very same people.
Hello?
Hey, who's calling in?
It's Rob the Man. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Can you hear me now? Hello.
Give me one second. I'm going to have to readjust something because I'm not actually hearing you.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, guys. I got to change my mic out. All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? You cannot hear me, can you?
All right, Rob, am I coming in?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. So you hear me, Bree? I got the volume down on the podcast so it won't reverb through. I just can't hear Drew. Or you.
All right.
So maybe it's me.
Now I think I'm coming in.
I can hear you. Can you can hear me?
Go ahead and say something, Rob, so I can see my mics. My headsets are actually working.
Mike, check. 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello.
Actually, my mic is not coming through on the live feed.
It's okay. I'm smoking a Dunhill. Almost $10 a pack. Cool. I can't hear you, Bree. Ha ha. See, I had to call in because I couldn't type no more. kept getting a whole bunch of typos up there. It made me look like a retard. Well, you know. Well, I took my medication a little bit ago, so I ain't gonna be worth crap here in a minute. Narcotics seem to do that to me. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, me too. Nothing too terrible, just some Percocet. I think did we lose Drew? I see the live stream just went live again. So I think we might have. I don't know. Well, shit. How the hell am I supposed to hear?
What about now? Can you hear me?
Oh, shit. How the hell? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my mic went down.
Yep. Now I can hear you. And it's coming through on the feed as well.
Yeah, I had to shut the Yeti off because I couldn't hear you through the Yeti.
Ah. I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, I seen you pop in. It's like, wait, why can't I hear him? Then when I switched everything back over, it put me back because I got my computer muted, so it put me back on muted on the computer, and I still couldn't hear nothing. I'm sitting here trying to figure it out. Like, oh, mute. Oh, talk about it.
Small technical difficulty.
Uh-huh.
Why is it not sharing the fucking picture?
Don't know.
Well, I just retweeted or I shared.
Oh, let me all right.
Twitter, and it's not showing. You know how it normally puts a graphic up of the video.
Yeah, I've had that issue too.
I seen Taboo bitching about it earlier today, and I figured it was just him, but now I guess it's just everybody. More censoring.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're messing with comments and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying if you say something that politically incorrect by what our Congress is saying is politically incorrect, since we're insurrectionists or domestic terrorists now. So if you say something that goes against the status quo, they're putting up a little caption saying, maybe inappropriate language, which means you're losing half of your. I mean, you click on it and it brings up all the comments, but most people say that it's like that not safe for work content. People see that, think, oh, it's not safe for work. Okay, so there might be something pornographic. Okay, let's not click on that. No, unfortunately, it's not that.
I was just able to share it. I was just able to share it to Facebook, and it showed the whole home of the free, the whole logo, Dark Winter, blah, 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 the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Facebook got me earlier.
It wasn't on my Facebook. It wasn't on my Facebook account, so
when I shared it to Facebook, I actually had to go to my page and approve it for my feed. Even though I set it to go straight to my timeline. Oh yeah, nope. It got put in the file 13 section. Oh, we don't want this shown. So if you're not paying attention, you have to go into your settings and actually click on what needs to be approved. Everything's approved for my Facebook, supposed to be, because it's pretty much a family account and a few close friends.
Right, that's how I keep Jen's account. Because, that's where I shared it, was Jen's account. because the crazy Russian follows her over there.
Oh, okay.
So he could watch it probably tonight. When he gets off work in another half hour.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he doesn't get off work till like 10:30.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about trying to think about next week. I got to go in at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. All week. I'll be 10 hours overtime. But it makes for a long week. And it might actually be more than
Yeah,
that.
but it makes for 10 hours overtime.
Yeah, it might end up being more than that if I get approved for that position because I'll start training next week too. I consider myself lucky. I got to working at a good place. That's you see the American flag in every section of the building flying.
Right.
Good people, family-run business. Believe in the American dream to the point where when came out with Obamacare, the owners of the place said, "Fuck Obamacare. We're making sure our people have this plan," which was Blue Cross and Blue Shields or Anthem. Right. And I can't bitch about my fucking insurance. I mean, wow.
No. It makes a big difference. It really does. Insurance is like, I tell you what, well, who we're fucking with now, and their insurance is off the hook.
Oh, I bet.
Like their insurance is totally cool, dude. Like they got all kinds of shit. Like I took a class, and I don't even work there.
Right.
But as a spouse of someone that works there, I took a class that was a 1-hour class, and it gave me $150 towards my medical that I can use for co-pays or anything.
Nice.
So like when I went up and I just went to the doctors the other day, so they renewed my scripts. Well, when I went up to renew my scripts, I didn't even have to pay anything out of pocket.
Oh, that's nice.
Right, because I took that little stupid, really 45-minute class, and they gave me $150 in my account.
That's the worst part. Speaking of dark winter and shit, with the Biden administration, we can definitely be prepared for another round of Obamacare. Because that's going to be one of the first things on this table to reinstate.
Yeah, be ready for $5 a gallon gas too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's jumped up to $2.45 in a lot of places around here now. I mean that was just in what we were talking a couple days ago. It was $2.35.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it's getting ridiculous. It's going back to where we the American people are going to have less money because we can't afford shit. Prices even the grocery store prices went up.
That's because we're spending money on gender studies in Pakistan, man.
Yeah, right. Instead of focus. Oh, and soon that's right after he takes his inauguration speech, right? Oaths and stuff, mind you, virtually, which makes no sense why we have a military presence at the Capitol. There ain't gonna be no parade. There ain't gonna be no ceremony.
Like, why all those motherfuckers there? Right. Like, y'all ain't adding up. I ain't no mathematician, but
it doesn't even add up with the Common Core math that they want to sell us.
Especially with Common Core. Right, that shit. Oh my God.
Then earlier when I was talking about low end project schools and shit like that, that's the other thing that they don't do. If you don't adhere to their Common Core, you don't get funding.
Right.
That's how much they think about you guys. That's why they can talk about all this reform they want. Hey, why are you buffering? All the reform you want, you're doing nothing besides giving it right back to the schools that are going to adhere to Common Core, that's going to teach history that, well, this didn't happen because it doesn't represent what America is today. Well, I'd like to see how the history books are going to write what happened in the last couple of weeks. Why is our capital under siege?
Now you see why I always wanted hardback books, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Digital shit can be erased.
Yes, and it happens
That
daily. I
hardback,
mean,
that hardback over there on my bookshelf here behind me. You can't erase that. You have to burn that. And if you try to burn my book, we're gonna have problems. I ain't saying what's gonna happen, but we're gonna have problems. You ain't gonna burn my books in front of me.
right. Heaven forbid you try to
But
find.
that's also like I got that. I've got several dictionaries.
Mm-hmm.
But I have one dictionary from like 1952 that I got from Jen's grandfather. And there's words in that dictionary that aren't even in modern dictionaries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like fucking,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you're just letting us be dumber, huh?
Oh, they are. I
You
mean,
just want
it's
us
the
to be
digital
dumber.
age. What are words? I mean, well, you'll understand this. Me and you both appreciate it, but we understand it better than most people. People that want to use abbreviations.
Right.
I don't know if what is it called? What is it called when you use that in an esoteric sense? Begins with an A.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember.
I mean, it's no different than when you mess with rooms or anything. You remove all the non-important stuff, and you keep the gist of it. OMG, oh my fucking, yeah.
Right.
Or WTF. But they've taught people to write like that. Most people don't know how to write whole sentences anymore.
Well, ha, guess what?
What?
Sophie's learning secret code writing.
Oh, nice.
She's learning cursive.
Yeah, I wonder how many people can actually write cursive right now.
They're actually still teaching cursive at her school.
It kind of reminds me of those days. Well, sign your mark. And the illiterate would just mark an X.
Right. And put
because they didn't know how.
right there, buddy.
Because they don't know how to sign their name.
Make your seal.
Right.
Yep. But yeah, they're teaching cursive up there.
Nice.
I thought that was cool. Yeah. I was like, okay, that makes up for that dumbass math work you sent home the other day. Look, I don't care, man. I'm an adult. This is third grade math. And I had to read the damn story problem twice.
Oh, no, I'd fail.
It was story.
Right there it is. Story problems. Yep. Nope.
Yeah, it was a story problem. Sophie was like, Dad, can you help me with this? And I was like, what is it? And I was like, oh, story problems. Yeah, no problem, baby.
Nope, I fail.
She was like, I just don't understand what they want. And then like I said, I had to read it twice. And then explain it to her, and she was like, oh, it's 6 times 6. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's simple.
Yeah, me and simplicity don't get along, so. It's just, wow. The state of our country these days. I mean, I look at this country and I think I'm looking at China or fucking Germany or some third world country. North Korea.
Well, yeah, I was thinking like.
I look at the DC and I think I'm looking at the fucking DMZ.
Right.
And it don't even, and also the worst part is most people forgot their history. It does not belong to no district, no state. It belongs to we the people. That Capitol building is ours, not the people that reside in it every day making laws that fuck us.
That's right. That's right. If Bree wants to walk up in there and take a big old fucking dump in the bathroom up in there, she's got that fucking right. That's her fucking toilet. She paid for it.
You know, the worst part is I've seen articles going around today about congressmen that had no problem passing laws to have metal detectors put in schools, but they're in an uproar now that they got to walk through metal detectors at our Capitol building.
Right. Yeah, I seen they're pissed off about that.
You know, sorry, I grew up in the 90s,
I kind of laughed
and I
about
understand
it.
the
I
metal
laughed about
detectors
it.
in the
Thought it was funny.
schools. But now our Capitol building, I guess we can make arguments for either or, but it belongs to we the people.
Now, see, we don't have a metal detector in our school.
No, most schools don't anymore.
Yeah, we don't have a metal detector, but you're
Not
not
that I
getting
want to
in
go
that
jinx
bitch.
that.
Yeah, you're not, but you're not getting in that motherfucker either, though.
Oh,
You
hell
know.
no.
We got a 300-pound fucking sheriff that sits right there at the front door.
Hell yeah, he knows who's supposed to be there and who's not.
Right, and he knows every parent, and he knows every parent's car.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I talk to him every day. He's pretty cool. And he's a big old country boy. He's just a big fucking teddy bear, and he loves them kids.
Man, what'd you think about fucking AOC's fucking little rant about the oppressed South?
Oh, yeah, well, you know, Dixie to arms, baby. Come on down here. We'll show her some Southern hospitality. Like you said, we'll put her back on the casting couch.
I mean, oh man, I heard that earlier this week, and boy, did I want to do a podcast. You got to be thankful I had to work.
But,
That probably got my
yeah,
channel
I've seen that
suspended.
now. It just kind of irritated me for real.
Oh,
It's
it
like,
really irritated me.
Don't stereotype the Southern people. Like, you really just, I mean, that's so rude, bitch. You know?
But you know, and the worst part is, I mean, there's been a bunch of congressmen come out, women, men, come out and fucking. The fact that I have to fucking correct myself and that pisses me off.
Well,
Because
like,
it's not
up at
gender
work.
specific. No, you're a congressman. You're a representative. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. Because last time I checked,
Right.
woman has man in it.
Right. That's right. And you bitches was made from our ribs, so you better just behave, bow down, and be subservient like you're supposed to. You know, go make me a sandwich. Of course,
You know,
I'm just joking.
You know, oh, but you got to be so politically correct anymore. I've never been PC in my life, and yet I catch myself from time to time correcting certain things. And
Yeah,
that's
I
just
caught
not.
myself doing that shit once.
That's just not me. And I got to remind myself from time to time that that's the program that they tried to program us in. You know, oh, you need to be respectful because it hurts people's feelings. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it hurts your feelings.
Well, hey, you know I got my, damn, I'm wearing my fuck your feelings shirt. Nobody cares.
Man, I wish I'd have got one when he had them going around.
Right. Oh, I love that shirt. And you know, all kinds of people up in town fucking, whenever I do go to town, they're like, man, that's a cool fucking shirt. Even the college kids are like, that's an awesome shirt, dude. Where'd you get that?
I've actually thought about giving rights to fucking Lucas to my artwork.
But, hey, I'll tell you what, though. Getting back to that racist bullshit that fucking AOC was talking about, we need to be liberated in the South and all that shit.
Right.
Another one of them made a racist ass comment the other day, and some of the guys up at U-Haul, you know, they were all at work, and they were like, and they're black guys, and they were like, motherfucker, the only racist motherfucker around here is that bitch.
Right.
Like, ain't nobody racist up here in fucking Boone.
No, they're not really.
You know, no, they're not. I've never seen no racist motherfuckers in Boone. You know, and like I said, the two black dudes that work up there, they're like, ain't no fucking racist motherfuckers in Boone. I lived here my whole life. You know, I
That's the
hate how
part.
they try to push that shit.
Well, yeah,
I mean, they're just trying to divide the country, so we won't pay attention that it's both sides playing us.
that's why I wish before I left, I had done that podcast with what was his name? Nakai.
Mm-hmm.
Because, he had an
Yeah,
interesting family background. You know,
right.
some of his family was, you know, Panthers in the day, back when, the Panthers
Right.
were the original Black Panthers, not what we see today. Today's a
Right.
joke.
Yeah.
And that's coming from old school,
Yeah.
real Black Panthers that I personally
Oh
know.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, we know the same motherfuckers.
And they cannot tolerate the new Black Panthers. They'd say they are a disgrace to our movement. So that's enough said on that subject. But,
Right. Exactly.
you know, but they always use the race card. Well, now they've jumped
Oh
completely
yeah.
past the race card. Oh, now we're all domestic terrorists. We're
Yeah. They.
insurgents. Last time I
Yeah.
checked,
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
I haven't been to any other country in BDUs
Right.
and
And I ain't.
insurrected another country. Kind of hard to insurrect
Right.
something that
I ain't.
belongs to we the people.
Motherfucker, I ain't left 100-mile radius in a while,
Well,
at least a
no,
year.
no, neither have I. And you can actually check my fucking Google Doc or Google fucking Maps and Drive information on that one, since you've been recording all of it
Right.
for some odd reason, which still, even though I've got everything turned off now, you're still fucking collecting my data wherever I go, which is cool because now you can't hit me up
Hey,
for
but
anything.
hey, that thing is pretty nice though when you're driving like on a trip or something though,
Oh yeah,
because like I used it a while back when we went up to Ohio for last year when we were in Ohio for Christmas. I used it, and dude, it would tell me where the fucking cops were sitting,
yeah.
so I knew to slow down ahead of time. It would tell me where speed traps were. It'd be like there's a known speed trap coming up ahead in 2 miles. I'd be like, oh, that's badass. That's better
And
than my
it's
radar
usually
detector.
it's almost accurate too, more accurate than my
Yeah,
radar
well,
detector.
every time it told me there was a cop sitting up the road, there was a cop sitting up the road running radar,
Mm-hmm.
and it always told me before my radar detector told me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, my radar detector would still go off, but I'd know before the radar detector told me, which was really nice. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Google. That's one thing you got right. All the rest of it sucks.
It's like, we did talk about fucking election fraud. It didn't happen. No, no, that's fucking a lie. Well, election fraud, Texas AG, Paxton, San Antonio election Democrat arrested for widespread vote
Oh yeah.
harvesting and fraud. Stolen,
Oh
but
yeah. I seen that. I seen that a couple of days ago. That chick was the one that Project Veritas actually got video of her.
mhm.
Yeah, I
But
remember her.
but yet since what's transpired on DC, nobody's talking about voter fraud.
Well,
Well,
but it tough titty said to kitty, but the milk was
right.
good. You know what I mean? Like we're fucked. Get used to it. Plant a garden. Better learn how to become more self-sufficient. You stupid humans. That's the
Some
gist I'm getting. You know.
some of the felony charges included voter fraud, illegal voting, illegal vote by mail, possession of official ballots. Election election fraud is investigated by and persecuted in Texas. GA, get busy. You know, so we got where it's basically proof that it happened, but oh no, it didn't happen. Like here in
Right.
the state of Ohio, in the interest of public safety, the Ohio State House will be closed this coming Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All state office
Oh,
buildings
did
in
you see that?
downtown Columbus will be closed on these days as well. Personnel will work
Did you
from
see the
home or
thing?
other alternate work locations.
Did you see the fencing they put up around the joint?
Yes, I did. I love that. And you
Yeah,
know
it's
what?
fun, dude.
I
That's
had
goat.
liked that and
That's
shared it. And guess what?
that's goat.
It's not in
That's
my feed
goat
no more.
fencing. Right. That's goat fucking fencing. When
It's
when
good.
we went to the Ohio State Fair with the goats to do the
Hmm.
show, we kept the goats. We kept the goats in little pens like that.
But I bet you didn't put it together backwards. Did you catch that one?
No, we didn't. Yeah, I did catch that one. Yeah, we did not put it together backwards.
Needless to say, it got
Yeah, that
removed from
made
my.
me wonder. Like, yeah, I'm sure. I think I tweeted a couple different times today, and it's probably not showing up in mine either. It's like, yeah, okay, you guys. I mean, people see that shit. That's all that matters. You fucking people are idiots. How do you put a fence up backwards, you dummy? But it was the army, so. Huh. One second, I got a milk run.
No, that's what I find interesting about all the stuff that's not being talked about no more because everything that's being talked about in our Congress is about us insurrectionists, us domestic terrorists. You know, they're not calling us the American people. They're not calling us U.S. citizen. They're calling us domestic terrorists because you decided to be part of the MAGA movement. Well, who doesn't want to make America great again? I don't care who's president. That should be their number one goal. Keep continuously to make this country great. We've been the beacon of the world for so long, and now people are looking at us as like, man, what'd they do? Have they forgotten their roots, their heritage, their history?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They're like, what the fuck's going on over there? I know. It's true too, and we've been a fucking beacon of light for everybody. Like, like my new neighbor, man. It was his fucking dream was to come here and become an American citizen, and he did.
Well,
But
yeah.
I mean, he started that process. He started that process when he was a 13-year-old kid, man,
Oh, yeah,
and he's
and
the
it's
same age as me.
expensive. I mean,
Right.
when my mom, they made it so to do it legally the right way, it's so expensive. But yeah, you got Biden who on his inauguration day is going to make it allow 11 million immigrants
Right. 11
flood
million
right into our
babies.
country.
Oh yeah, I know. Moss has got it. I know he's got fucking heated about that.
Well, yeah,
I've
because all
seen
these
some of his,
people, like my mom, like
I've seen some of his Facebook posts today, and he's like, how dare you? I
yeah,
did it
these
the right way. You're gonna. He's
they
like,
did it
no,
the right
fucking
way
way.
and spent close to $10,000 to do it the right way for all the legal shit they got to go through, and how many years they got to wait to all
Uh-huh.
become a U.S. citizen.
Well, I bet it cost him more than that because he went from his home country and then first moved to Italy,
Oh wow.
lived in Italy for a while, then moved to the States. Right. Yeah, he's cool. I like him. He's a good neighbor. Crazy Romanian,
And I'm curious what his executive orders on racial injustice is going to be because the only injustice that's going on is to the white people right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say reverse racism. I believe
Yeah,
they call that.
and for those
And
who hear me say that, thinking, "Oh, you're racist." No, I'm not because I don't view you as a skin color. I view you as a fellow American, a brother and a sister.
a
That's what
person,
we're supposed to be, not fucking
a
designated by our
person,
skin
a
color.
fucking human being. Right.
We live in
I view you
America.
as a human being until you prove me otherwise. You know, once you prove me not to be a human being, then, you know, it doesn't matter what color you are, or nationality, or creed, or religion, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
You know, and here's the other thing that's not getting talked about: the other variant to the UK virus, which was first found here
Yeah.
this week here in Ohio, now in Michigan. It's not not
Right.
even a variant to the UK virus. You know, and I see where this is going because they first called it the super virus after a couple states. It's going back
I
to
need to make me a fucking Facebook page.
they're just going to once more put us on lockdown. They're going to use we can't trust the citizens anymore because they tried to fucking insurrect their Capitol building, which don't belong to them in the first place.
Right.
So let's
That's
put them
federal
back on
property,
lockdown.
buddy.
You know,
You know,
I
there's
hate,
people
and I
saying
hate
that's
to admit it.
federal property.
I really hate to admit it. You know, we're living in somewhat a police state, which means some asshole actually
Oh,
got
we've
it
been
right.
living in that for years, man. Yeah, asshole actually got it right. I know. Doesn't that suck?
Right. I hate giving that man any credit.
I hate giving him any credit. Any fucking credit.
Because he ain't nothing but a
But,
fucking
yeah.
CIA implant.
Right. He's a shill.
And anybody that's worked for him has ended up with legal problems after they left him.
Mm-hmm. Hell, Miley got arrested.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck.
Up
There
there,
for a while,
up there right there in Portage County, Ohio.
Joe Biggs had a standoff with the FBI with a gun because they came to his
Right.
house.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Don't. I wouldn't even. I mean, I give props to Sword Point 9. He had the balls to do it. I wouldn't even call into his show, because it
Right.
ain't worth speaking on.
Right. I long time ago, like back in 2009, I thought about calling in once or twice, but you know that little voice in the back of your head, and I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't, because that dude's a piece of shit.
Uh huh.
You know, he
And
is definitely a
that's when
protagonist,
people.
instigator.
Well, yeah, because I mean, look when they called all fucking the heads to fucking first time they called every Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube to Capitol to fucking grill them. The first words out of certain senators' mouth, well, you need to suspend, remove, and stop Alex Jones from trending, and that they have immediately did, and they used that as well. We got the okay to do it to everybody else who doesn't follow
Right.
the
Well, you
senator's
said we
status
could do it.
quo.
Right. You said we could do it to him, so why can't we do it to everybody now? We can do it to anybody. We just did it to the president of the United States. Fuck you. What? Right?
Yep.
You know
I
that's how
mean,
they're over there talking. Like,
in a
we
sense,
just fucking deplatformed the president of the United States. What? What are you going to do about it? You know
exactly. But yet they won't do it to
what
fucking all the fucking radicals out there in any other
I mean?
country.
No.
You know, I found this
Well,
article
because
today.
that's because those other countries let them get their funky off over there.
Oh yes.
They encourage the spying on citizens. So they let them run all their funky ass algorithms and everything and spy like a motherfucker. They let them hone their skills, so to speak.
You know, and like this post here, more U.S. troops needed to install Joe Biden than we have in whatever. First, let's correct
Yeah.
the title. It's not military
There's
troops.
more troops there than we got in Afghanistan right now.
Yes, exactly. And except they're not military troops; they're reservists, National Guard. Hence, why they can get
National
away
Guard and reservists.
since they don't. That way, they don't violate the Posse Comitatus Act. Because
Right.
you know, back in the day, Congress had the bright idea: we're going to make this the militia.
Which technically I believe, is still suspended because of the Patriot Act.
Yes.
So yeah, you know, they're definitely on some BS.
You know, just like today, within this week, the Justice Department walks back assertion that Capitol rioters wanted to capture and assassinate Pence, Pelosi, and others.
Uh-huh.
This was a
Right,
good
because
one.
at first they were like, oh, they're going to kidnap us and take us hostage and fucking rape us and burn us at the stake. I mean, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, but a good tar and feathering would have been cool. Yeah. That's what they should have had going in there. It was fucking buckets of fucking tar and some fucking pillowcases full of feathers.
Yeah. Oh, for those
Boy,
that
wasn't
caught
that
the
shit then.
earlier update that CNN refused to retract, the Virginia man that was arrested at the inauguration checkpoint says he was lost, didn't mean to bring a gun to D.C. His credentials were not fake, as everybody were claiming, but unauthorized, police say. He was charged with possession of an unregistered firearm and has been released from custody.
Right. And that's just because he brought a firearm into D.C. and is
D.C.,
unregistered
yes.
in the District of Columbia.
Yes,
Right.
which you are not allowed to do.
You're not allowed to have a right. You're not even allowed to walk in there with a fucking shotgun.
Mm. Which is being violated right now by our National Guard.
Right.
Yes, not even they're allowed to bring it in the way the laws are stated, and they'll. I mean, there's always been the argument about our congressmen and women. They're not even technically allowed to possess a firearm inside the District of Columbia.
Oh, but dude, oh my God. I seen the most funniest picture on Twitter. And like 4 or 5 different kind of angles and the same guy. But yeah, this motherfucker's walking around with his ACOG scope down on the underside of the barrel. Mounted down there. And we've actually people, I don't know who, people on the internet.
Yeah.
People on the internet actually showed a series of pictures of this dude, and they actually traced it back to where he was like getting it from the supply sergeant off the truck.
Really?
You can see dude passing them out. Yeah, he's passing them out. So I'm wondering how many more got rifles with their scopes on the underside of them. So for all you alphabet motherfuckers, if you're listening right now, you might want to call down there and tell the boys to make sure they got their scopes on the right side of the fucking rifle.
Which I know they are, because this whole week my phone's been tapped.
Because you're right, exactly. Because that was just disappointing, fellas. I mean, really, get it right. My little girl knows more than that, and she's in the 3rd fucking grade.
To the point when anybody's called me, I had to give them a warning. Hey, my phone's tapped.
Because she even fucking Sophie, I called Sophie over and said, Sophie, look at this picture and tell me what's wrong. And she went, Daddy, the scope's on backwards and it's underneath the barrel. It shouldn't be that way. She's like, you can't use it like that. That's silly. That's from a 3rd grader. There you go. America has spoken.
Right.
And I told you I got him bows for Christmas, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got him little compound bows for Christmas.
Nice.
Oh, dude. Aries fucking really good with it. And Sophie's getting good with it. They're like naturals with that shit.
Yeah, I need to invest in one this year. Probably when I get my income tax.
They came with some little bullseye targets and shit. And Aries hitting the bullseye a good percentage of the time. From a nice distance. Like, okay.
Because I've gotten too old for up close and personal.
Mhm. Mhm.
I just don't heal as fast as I used to.
Right. That's what fucking Colt made 45s for. Or a nice compound bow from fucking 50 yards away.
And plus, shit truthfully, shit ever really hit the fan. Eventually, you're not gonna have ammo at the supply. So, it's good to have the alternative that's been proven
Right.
throughout history to be just as deadly, if not more, than
Right.
modern day shit.
Yeah,
Because
you get
eventually you're gonna get down to your black
right.
powder shit, then you get down to your more primitive crossbows, bows.
Bows and arrows, right.
You can have all the surplus you want, but eventually you're gonna run out. Or it's eventually, as right it is. While we're
Ooh.
bullshit, that's something me and you both talked about this week. Fucking ammo. Good luck.
Oh, good Lord.
I mean, just
I was
Friday,
in Dunham.
I
Well,
drove by
I told you
fucking.
about them. I told you I went down.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was in Dunham's buying that mic for my CB. And, dude, they had 3 boxes of ammo in there.
Mm?
And it was for 22 270. Like, nobody owns a fucking 22 270.
Right.
That's why you got them. That's why you got them 3 boxes of ammo that look like they were made in like 1986, still sitting on the shelf.
Well, it's like yesterday when I had to go to the fucking dentist. I drove by the pawn store that's been selling ammo. I'm like, oh shit, you have 45 rounds in stock. Cool. I'll stop by on my way back. Dude, he was sold out. He said he sold out as
Oh,
soon as
that's
he opened
bullshit.
up. So fucking I stopped at
Oh yeah.
Walmart. Like, well, get some 12 gauge fucking rounds. Dude, the only ammo they had was 4 boxes of birdshot for target practice for clay pigeon shooting ammo. That's it. All their other ammo gone. I was like, Jesus. Went to the gun show this morning.
Uh-huh.
I showed up around 10. They opened up at 9. All their ammo practically gone.
Loot, pillaged, and burned already, huh?
Uh-huh. It's like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I seen the line. I seen the line for the gun show down here today in Raleigh.
Uh-huh. That's why I didn't show up first thing in the morning. When they opened, it's like,
The
wow,
line
I'm
was
gonna
like
avoid the
a
line.
mile long, dude.
Shit, and I showed up an hour after they opened, and fuck, they've been pillaged and plundered. They didn't have nothing worth
Hey,
of that shit. Not even knives, which is what I went there for. And some
I
ammo.
just shared this video. I shared a video here on Twitter a second ago, right? You got to take just a quick. It's only 11-second long, but oh my Lord! Like, I don't know who this dude pissed off, but he got everybody on his ass.
Oh, I must be on the naughty list on Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
one
not
of
seeing
us.
it
We
yet.
probably both are. We probably both are, honestly. Yeah, I just retweeted it like maybe 20, 30, I don't know, man. Probably about a minute ago now. Probably might not even show up on my shit. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like dude running from the ATF or DEA. But like they got everybody on his ass.
At the gas station?
Yeah, at the gas station.
Damn.
I mean, I had to watch it like 3 or 4 times just to appreciate the amount of people that this dude has chasing him at the moment.
Right. Unmarked. I mean, damn, who would expect those 2 cars to be unmarked? And the worst part is the 2 unmarked cars look like the fucking car he's running from.
Right. And then you got that Suburban that pulls up and motherfuckers just all bail out of. Like, that's a lot of people after him.
Right.
Like, you're going to fucking, like, they're going to get you, bro. You're going to jail. Sorry, but you're caught. Like, give it a good run, but, you know, I'm thinking the cops are going to catch you on that one. I bet a couple of them probably run pretty fast.
Yeah, let's talk about hypocrite
Who's this
Pelosi.
fucking dumb bitch? Rebecca Walters.
That name sounds
Some
familiar,
dumb
actually.
random- No, just some dumb random cunt Tim Young commented after.
Oh, never mind.
She says, am I the only one that is looking at police officers, firefighters, and servicemen and wondering if they are all white supremacists on the down low?
Hey, I don't know, but I know that one they had on CNN supporting that fucking big fucking
I like Tim's comment.
Aryan Brotherhood
He said,
fucking tattoo on his fucking neck.
Oh?
Oh, yeah. CNN interviewed a bunch of cops, supposedly, that were from there. I mean, the one dude didn't even look like he was the same dude that was being trapped in between the doors, but that's beside the point. The other guy they interviewed was kind of tall. You know the haircut.
Right.
Dude, the fucking, the spider web, fucking, you know what I'm talking about. Right there on his right side of his fucking neck.
Oh, yeah, a lot of... Oh, hell no, yeah, nah. That might... Right.
Hey, straight prison ink.
He's racist.
It was straight prison ink, so there's no way he could have been a Capitol cop.
Well,
I can spot prison ink a mile away. Why? Because it doesn't have fucking purple or blue pigment in it.
Right.
And I was like, really? I mean, the BLM activist that they brought on, that they refused to retract their statement after he's been arrested by the FBI for being part of the Capitol insurrection. That Viking dude's weird.
They say he's being held without bail now to a trial.
Well, now this is what I do know about the Viking. I hate speaking of the subject. Yes, he does, and he's supposedly the prophet or Messiah for QA now, which is nothing but a fucking CIA operation, which has been fucking exposed. It was created right after 9/11.
Right, like
as a think
fucking
tank.
Morons need to just quit that shit. Right.
But
Right.
And that's the little mind fucks that they use to fucking divide people with. It's the fucking psyop or psychological warfare is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
It's actually classic occultism, esoteric
Jade Helm 15.
Oh yeah, people forgot that.
Jade Helm 15, man. Go back and look at it, you fucking morons.
Well, actually, you don't have to go back too far. You're looking at it right now, right in our Capitol building.
Right, you're living it. Right, you're fucking living it. Unless I'm kind of living it, but I'm lucky enough to live on the edge of a dead zone. So
thank God. There's advantages to living out in the country and living in rural areas.
Right.
Their city to me is fucking a half-hour drive, and it's not even a fucking city anymore. That's how declined and fucking Toledo's become.
A couple weeks ago, Jaffe tried to get me to come on the live stream.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
to pirate radio when they were on there. Yeah, and I was like, dude, man, I'd love to, but check it out. I barely got internet. Like, I'm fortunate enough that I'm able to listen to your shit on YouTube right now and comment in the chat without getting disconnected.
Yeah,
I live in the middle of fucking nowhere on the side of a mountain, bro.
I don't got nothing bad to
Like
say about
satellite
World
internet.
Pirate Radio Podcast Network, but me and Daffy just don't get along.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we get along. Don't get me wrong. We just
you
don't see eye to eye on things. You know.
Right. Like
Yeah.
if I would have called in and got on there, I mean, he'd have just wound up getting mad at me anyways. Because I'd have brought up the past.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't forget shit.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah. Big mistake. You think I'm going to forget something? I might forgive, but I don't forget.
You did my brother wrong, so motherfucker. You did my brother wrong. That's all you got to do. You talked bad about him when he was actually bettering him fucking himself. And fuck you, you piece of shit. I thought it was funny when they gave me admin power over there.
I did learn a lot.
Why are you giving me admin power, dude?
I did learn a lot while I was co-host over there. But, there's some things that irritated me. Well, you know how I roll and do things. I mean, I know what it takes to keep a channel up on YouTube. One, that's why I don't run a store. I mean, I've got people asking me for my fucking merch because of my graphics. I just don't do it. As soon as I open that door, I'm allowing somebody to control my content. It can't be done.
Exactly.
And I ain't on this, donate this. If I want to go do something, I'm going to do it with my own money, which is why I don't go places.
Right.
Because, sorry, I can't afford it.
Right.
And, truthfully, I don't like being around large crowds. Sorry, bad things happen.
Right. Big crowds make me nervous. They do. They make me nervous.
I prefer, this is going to piss a bunch of people off, I'm the guy that works from the shadows. Always has been and always will be.
Right.
That's my element. I've had my hands in so many things that most people don't even know about or didn't even know I was part of.
Right. And I like
it that way. Yep. Just like this channel. Somebody says, well, I don't get why you don't have more subscribers. I don't advertise. But I tell you what.
Right, I don't want more.
I'll tell you what. I don't care what YouTube statistics say. And I've already done videos on this. I'm everywhere. I'm in places you wouldn't even think I'd be at. Right. And my content gets viewed. The last two videos I did, almost pushing 2,000 views on the mine. But yet YouTube says 25 views. I'm old. You name a platform, I'm there. And you know what? I don't leave those platforms. I'm still on Twitter. I'm still on Facebook. Because I have this mentality. This is how they keep fucking us. They force you to run, or they start restricting you, or start doing mass streams, and everybody wants to run. They want you to run. Because it's divide and conquer. To tell you what, you nuke me, I'm coming back twice as strong. You're gonna have to ban my IP address. And don't think they won't, because I had Wikipedia ban my IP address.
Don't think mine ain't Roman.
So
thanks, Jeremiah. Love you, bro.
But
that Roman fucking program.
Oh yes.
It switches my IP address like fucking daily, minutely, however often I want it to.
Oh, dude, you just drive me nuts. You'd come on a fucking site, I wouldn't know it because it says one day it said you were fucking from California.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even know you were on. And it's like,
Yeah.
I was able to, go into my statistics and see who it was. But it's like, really?
Right.
Damn, California? You're not in California. You're like a 2-hour
No.
drive from me.
Right. I'm just on the other side of the state.
Right. All I did is jump on the turnpike and go east.
Right.
I had to
Right.
think about that. That's
Get off
bad,
at
isn't
exit
it?
2.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it's not exit 2 anymore, but it used to
Get off
be.
at exit 2. Oh, well, that's like, I don't know if you noticed earlier, I retweeted a couple pictures from around here today where the blizzard fucking hit, right?
Yeah. I didn't see that one.
Dude,
I don't think.
we got nothing.
Oh,
No, probably not. We got nothing. But like everywhere else got like 4 inches of snow. We don't have nothing over here.
feels
Nothing.
about the way
Not
here.
even like you can see grass and green grass and trees.
Well, yeah, it was like yesterday. Go on break.
Mm-hmm.
It was raining. Come on, get off work. There's snow everywhere. Go to Defiance for my dental shit. There's still snow. Get out of the dentist office, and everything's back to fucking somewhat green because we really haven't had a winter. So, grass is not brown. It's still kind of green around here. And it's like, Jesus, where'd all the snow go? Wake up this morning.
Hey,
Oh,
but you
we
know,
got a little dusting, which was gone by the time I got back from the errands I had to do.
hey, but you know what though? If you drove up to the church,
I'll
right?
bet you all kinds of snow. Well, maybe.
Yeah, if you drove up to the church, to the church in a little red truck, you'd want to have cables or chains on your tires,
Oh, wow.
or good winter tires.
I don't think it'd
Yeah,
matter
there's
with
like
that truck. We've
fucking
seen how well
4
that gets
inches.
stuck.
There's 4 to 6 inches of snow up there on the fucking highway right now. But
Holy
over here
shit.
where I'm at, nothing. Not a
Well,
speck of snow.
Well, I can remember days going to work until you crossed the fucking Parkway Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It was 50 degrees. As soon as you crossed the Parkway Bridge and got past the dollar store, it was fucking snow and visibility. Barely. You can see the headlights in front of you. Or taillights in
Right.
front of
That's
you.
how earlier going
Gotta
towards
love
Boone.
the mountains.
Yeah, earlier going towards Boone on the highway, visibility was like shit, dude.
Well,
And we
I
had
remember that.
freezing fog last night.
Oh, God, I hate that. I remember the night me and you decided to go to Boone because we wanted to stop
Oh,
at,
yeah.
the one store. And
Yeah.
we seen this
Yeah.
car that went up basically the mountain.
Right.
People
Yeah.
standing out there
Upside of the
flagging us down. We go to step out, fucking whole road's ice. We didn't even notice until we went to step out. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Good thing Big
That's
Blue
because that
weighs.
blue's so heavy, man.
Yeah. I was like, good thing Blue
Right.
weighs so much.
Right. Good thing that truck weighs 5 tons.
Right, because that
With 2 people in it.
that was nothing but a sheet of
God,
ice. No wonder dude went down the mountain.
Hey, man, I'm smoking a Dunhill right now, and this cigarette, I swear to God, took 20 minutes to smoke.
Dude, I can't find a place that sells Dunhills around here. Not even a tobacco store.
I had to go. Well, look, fucking Hodges didn't have them.
Oh, wow.
I had to go to the smoke shop up by Ingalls.
Because the
out
one
there,
smoke.
out there on the 105 extension,
Really?
going
Damn.
towards Tennessee.
Yeah. Damn.
The smoke shop up there's got them.
Because I know the one here, the one in Montpelier, she closed, which I knew that was coming because after the old lady.
It's funny, I'm looking at the radar right now, and there's just fucking blue everywhere around me, but I ain't got a speck of fucking snow in the yard.
Must be nice. I'd like to
It's the
have
way the
some
mountain
snow.
sits behind us. It shields us, man. Yeah, I'd like to have some snow, man. Like, I want to share them on fucking Twitter, man, but, there's so many fucking weirdos. I guess I could text it to you. But I got pictures of the girls. We made snowman.
Well, I don't know about that. The way our phones have been acting lately.
Right. Yeah. But you know what yeah. Really, I could just share it on Twitter in that case.
Yeah, the
But
fucked up part is
yeah,
I actually had to share a picture to Twitter to you so I could actually show you because my phone wouldn't send or
right.
accept a picture.
Oh, and I finally got the download for the picture thing, but it wouldn't download. Last night after we hung up, I got the download, but then it
Well,
wouldn't download.
here's the funny thing: the last time I had issues like that, well, I was living in Bryan. I couldn't call people for like an hour, or I had to go someplace else outside of Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
It was right before they did the lockdowns, and I'm starting to have
Uh-huh.
the same issues. I was in town. I was going to call my sister to see if they needed anything because I tried to send a text and text wouldn't go through. Then for some odd reason, I got no cell service. I'm like, what the fuck? You need, I have with this phone. I had cell service all the way down the mountain, and that never happens.
Hey, you want? Well, you know you want me to tell you something, man? I go across the road over here,
Hmm.
or down to Wilkesboro. I've got 5 bars and 5G
Right.
on my phone now. I've never had it before. Yeah, I go down the mountain, dude. That motherfucker, like, wow, okay, cool. I mean,
You
it's
know,
doing much better up here too.
and that's the
Speaking
other
of,
issue I have about what took place on the 6th in DC. And I know a lot of people.
getting over to the side, I can't remember the name of it at the moment. Plus, I took my meds.
Oh, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot.
Yep.
For those
No
that
problem.
don't know, every hour will get timed out from the mines, and I have to redo the podcast, or just basically, as you've seen, copy the stream key and put it over back on the mines, and we'll be
Yeah.
back live. I don't know.
Speaking of what's going on with the mines, man? I thought I saw something this week about they were going to try and go after them next.
Well,
Because I was going to go over there and create an account.
I like the mines, and okay, for my
Right.
listeners, I'm going to put it this way: the mines right now is the closest thing you can get to a free speech platform. You can't get that over in
See,
Gap
that's what I want.
because
I definitely can't get it on Twitter.
no. Well, actually, you can somewhat. You can still get porn on Twitter.
Well, truthfully, I can't get it anywhere.
And that's
In
my
my opinion.
issue with people. You claim to be constitutionalist, but that's porn. You can't be here. That's not constitutional. Well, bullshit. Larry Flint fought very hard to make
Right.
sure those rights were
I
protected
have
under the Constitution.
I have a very specific follower on Twitter that gets upset when I tweet out or like or retweet some pictures of some sexy women, and they're not even naked. You know what I mean? They're dressed,
Right.
and they're like, "Oh my God, that's why you tweeting out porn? What's wrong with you? You're a married man. Does your wife know that?" I'm like, yeah, she's right. I'm like, yeah, she knows. Like, the computer's in the living room. We share it. She gets on my Twitter account. I get on her Facebook account. Like, yeah, no issues. Whatever.
I mean, it's called an open relationship for a reason.
Right.
But the point is, that's, protected under our Constitution. Freedom of expression covers that grounds. If you don't like it, don't tune in. Set your filters
Right.
appropriately. On fucking the mines, it is a free speech
Because, I
platform.
mean,
You will see and get everything, whether you like it or not. It's on you as a
well,
viewer
the
to go
thing
in
is,
and set your settings appropriately.
I'd rather find a following of people that, uh, you know, don't really mirror what the fuck I say, but can agree with it and can respect it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like if I'm over on Twitter and I say some bullshit, about the My Pillow guy, you know, that I say that motherfucker did blase Skippy and people flip out
Terrible.
about it, you know. to where other, like if I'm over somewhere else and people just fucking be like, "Oh, that's a fucking good one." I see, they can tell I was just trying to be funny. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm not
As
gonna scroll
opposed
down
to
for you guys, but this is the mines.
right.
I'm not gonna scroll down because I don't got my. I'd have to go to my settings to change it because
It pretty
I've
much
got.
is like Twitter.
It is. It's a combination of Twitter and Facebook. And at first I was
Right.
not sold on it, but I tell you what, I'm very sold on it because it's everything. There's people on here that has different
Mm-hmm.
views than me. There's people on here that has same views as me, and it's just a hodgepodge of everybody,
Yeah,
but they're enjoying it as a
see, I don't
free
mind that.
speech platform, a true free
Well, you
speech
know what
platform.
I'm really looking for. Honestly, I'm really looking for just some more intelligent people to conversate with. It's hard to find intelligent people.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I found a few on here. I'm not on here as much as I used to be, just because
I
I don't
just
have the
find,
time.
right. Well, I've got a little bit of free time, you know.
The mines is worth exploring if you got free time, because there is a
Being being
diverse.
being a being a stay-at-home father like I am, I have a little bit of free time, you know.
But the nines
You
also
know, I can
nines. Oh wow, yeah, I better chill on the drink.
mind,
The mines.
right,
It is a hodgepodge of everybody. I mean, wow, I can scroll down here. I mean, that right there. Yeah, if I clicked on that, I'd definitely get a strike on YouTube.
right, yeah,
But the military, poetry. There's a bunch of intellectual people on here, and I enjoy every
right,
little bit of it. Then there's my eye candy, which is right there, or
right.
some
Well,
of the
I
people I
can be
follow.
always
But
great.
fuck, I have that on Twitter too.
Right,
People bitch about that, and it's
yeah.
like, well, if you don't like it,
Don't look
unfollow
at
me.
it.
I'm not sharing it,
Right. Don't look.
but you see my likes.
Right.
I'm sorry, I like a
You don't
beautiful
have to
woman,
follow me. Right.
and I can get away with that.
Well,
I'm
bitches bang for
single.
bitches.
And when I was in a
I
relationship,
mean,
I could got away with it then because I was in an open relationship,
right.
and she
Like,
usually agreed with me anyway.
right. Well, my wife, she'd be like, "Bring the bitch home."
Right? You know, and
She'd be
that's
like,
what
"Damn, she's
happens in your
cute. Are we
home
gonna
is
bring her
nobody
home?"
else's business. You know,
Right.
that's where we've gotten so they use that to divide us. Oh, you're a member of Pornhub.
I'm,
Well, guess what? I can say a lot more on
I'm a
Pornhub than I
goddamn
can say here on YouTube.
right. I got more free speech over there than I got anywhere right now. To be
And you know
honest
what the
with you.
worst part is? If I wanted to monetize on Pornhub, I get 80% of the profits
Right.
compared
I'm
to
gonna have to do
maybe
something.
30.
They're pissing me off.
Yeah, they're pissing a lot of people off right now.
Like they done took down all my pictures, all my videos, all my shit.
But
You know
I
what I
know a
mean?
lot of people that
And
went
and I
there.
can't re-upload anything at the moment. They need to get their shit together.
Yeah, they're dealing with their payment issues.
Well, because yeah.
And truthfully,
Well, what
if I
pisses
get
me off
nuked
is
here,
I've been kicking it with some locals
hmm
on there. From like Asheville and Jefferson and Winston. Most of the ones from Boone are bullshit college kids.
right.
There's a couple that I'm friends with from Boone on there, but most of them are bullshit college kids, and I don't even bother with them.
And,
Like you're not even worth fucking with.
let's keep it real. I joke about the casting couch with with AOC, but well,
Right.
you know me. We both know strippers that are actually put themselves through college because of stripping. Become lawyers,
Exactly.
DAs,
detectives, police officers.
Exactly. You know,
You
right?
remember? You remember Jennifer,
Yes, I do.
the mixed girl,
Mm-hmm.
the light-skinned baby doll, beautiful little bride. She's a fucking narcotics detective now.
Right. You know, in this day and
Right,
age,
and she was a stripper.
you
She was
know,
paying her way through college.
you got to do what you got to do to put food on the table, to pay your bills. I
Mm-hmm.
don't fault people to do whatever. You know, I don't fault
No,
people that come on here on YouTube and monetize. Just don't bitch about it when
no.
you get strikes or censored because you've opened that door.
Right,
You know,
right, exactly.
there's other
You
platforms
allowed
you can
that to
go.
happen to yourself.
Right. You know, I know a lot of people from YouTube that got strikes and censored to the point where they went to Pornhub and they're
Like I
still on
would never
Pornhub.
monetize,
You can't.
but I would never do nothing with my YouTube channel anyways for the most part, but I will be having some videos shot this spring, and I'll let you know what channel they're going to be loaded to. Like I'll share the link, but they're not going to be on my YouTube channel. Matt wants to make some videos of me doing some long range shooting,
Oh, nice.
and I'm going to make some videos with the new scope I bought as well, because that new scope records.
Oh, nice.
And I've got a 64 gig memory card for it. Yeah, I think it's 64 gig.
Ooh, that was too much fucking
64,
bourbon.
68. It's a pretty big memory card. But yeah, that new scope I got has it records in fucking HD, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's real nice, dude. That fucking site mark rate. Anybody's ever interested in a really nice scope for right around $500 that is night vision compatible, dude, you can't go wrong with it. It is really good optic, and
See,
you can set up 5 different rifles for it because it
see,
has 5 presettings.
and here, truly, here's how
Or
judgmental people are. We went from having 5 people watching. As soon as I started talking about Pornhub and porn,
the
went
none,
down to 2.
2, me and you, huh?
Uh-huh. And it just
Because
goes
I've
to
got it
show,
open.
that's how divided they've got us. I mean, it's a
I've got
psychological
it
mind
open
fuck.
in another tab.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is really, I found a really good deal on a parka. A winter parka, man. You know, one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share that over to Twitter. I might actually order that. That's nice. I bet that bitch be great for riding a 4-wheeler in the wintertime.
Oh, yes.
You
That's
know, that's how I think about it. That's how I'm thinking about it. You know, like I
uh
wouldn't wear it to just take the kids to school, but if I was going to go riding a 4-wheeler in the wintertime, that would be the coat to wear.
Uh-huh. That's the part, and that's a good thing because right now a lot of people are looking for good deals because shit's just fucking too high. I mean, fuck, I
Right,
got paid
right.
this week, and by the time
There
I
you
paid
go.
my insurance payment and bought what little shit I needed to buy, it's like,
Right,
fuck,
you're
I'm,
hit.
I'm hit. I cannot
Mm-hmm.
save anything up because I'm paying bills, and I
Right,
didn't
you
get
got
my
to pay
stimulus
bills,
check, so you can't get that
and
till
you
the
got to
first.
live.
you know. But then
You
again,
got to
I'm
pay
used to
bills,
living
and you got to
on,
live.
I can live off $80
Right.
a month.
We can stretch it.
So I don't, I don't need half the shit. In fact, that's what most of the shit is needs, it's not wants. Or I take
Right.
care of my needs before my wants. My wants, they get put on the back burner. When I
Right.
got a little extra, I might splurge and get my wants. But
Mm-hmm.
if I don't have it, no.
Exactly.
And I don't get into my little rainy day fund I got. That's for a rainy
Well, that's
day in
like,
case of emergency.
that's like, they sent me that little $600 stimulus, right?
Hmm.
I still got 500 of it in my wallet right now. And I was one of the first ones to get the fucking check.
Yes, that's
Like,
the
it
part
just
that
showed
pissed me
up,
off.
poof, in my bank account. It
I
showed
was
up,
one of the
poof, in
first
my
in my
bank account.
family to get mine, and now I haven't even seen it. Everybody else has got theirs. I even went to the fucking
Mm-hmm.
check. My bank sent me a notification. Well, check this link. Up, either there was something went wrong or you weren't eligible. Well, consider I only make 32,000 a year. I better be fucking eligible for it. That's not even middle class wages, to be honest with you. That don't pay the bills.
30,000 a year is just bottom line poverty.
Right. And I worked a full year. I only made 32,000. And the only reason I made 32,000 because I worked almost 3 months at double pay, a time and a half, as an essential worker. If it wasn't for that, I would probably only make
Ooh,
30,000.
right. Here we
So,
go. German police surplus leather jacket. That's a decent leather jacket, man, for $134.
that's not bad at all.
And it was a police on the back in German.
Ha!
Yeah. Polizel. Or however the fuck you pronounce it.
That's the other thing I find fucking hilarious. All these fucking Democrats were fucking, oh, we need to defund the police. We need to fucking basically ban the
Ooh.
police.
Hey, the woman's German police surplus leather jacket.
Hmm.
The right German broad wearing that jacket. I might just let her arrest me. Like, I might not even resist. Be like, oh yeah, get the cuffs out, girl. Come on, let's go. Where are we going? For a woman's leather jacket, right build on a chick, that'd be a sexy fucking coat. That's crazy. See how they do our cops here in America? They treat them like shit.
Uh-huh. They do, actually. Well,
And
that's a nice jacket.
and this jacket is an insulated winter coat as well. You know what I mean? And for it to be fashionable and functionable, it's got a 5-star rating. Oh my, this lighter's finally dying, dude. Do you remember the green and gold lighter with the sparkles on it?
Oh, really? It's finally dying?
It's finally dying. The Bic that used to sit out on the table outside.
That thing's lasted forever.
Mm-hmm. Finally starting to die. I just used it to light a cigarette. And the flame was just teeny tiny. I'm like, oh, really? Damn, dude, you've been around for years. Ooh, there's a Serbian military surplus field parka with liner. That's pretty cool. Polish military woodland camo parka with liner, $53. Yeah, not to give them a plug or anything, but if you guys are looking for any kind of cheap gear, man, check out Sportsman's Guide.
Yes.
They've got all kinds of stuff: camping, fishing, hunting, anything to do with outdoors. They've got it, and they usually got really good deals. I mean, they've even got tools and power equipment, home and gift things. They sell living room furniture, rugs, bedding, heaters, fans, kitchen supplies, anything. for you preppers out there, hey, they do have food processing things. They got your game and meat grinders, your meat slicers, your sausage and jerky makers, dehydrators, knife sharpeners, you know, food processing accessories. We've got all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, this picture says my fucking sums it up for me pretty much about DC and shit's going on. When you see fucking a fence with Constantine wire around it, surrounding our Capitol
Right.
building.
Right.
Security has
That
stepped up
thing.
in D.C. and in state capital across the U.S. as authorities brace for potential violence this weekend.
I mean, honestly, me being, where I am at today in my life and being my age, I never, ever, ever in my life dreamed I would see some shit like this in my fucking country.
Exactly. This tweet says it all.
And
Boobs,
our
then
fucking
Biden sets the stage for the new normal. Biden's inaugural like Baghdad, green zone, red zone, military checkpoints. And I
right.
gotta ask myself, why are we tolerating this? And why in the world is the men and women of our National Guard and Reserves answering the call from Congress well, I mean, I can't say that because Trump
No,
did.
because the president called for him.
The president did call for it. I got to re-clarify.
Yeah, he did call for that.
But why? And nothing about this makes any sense because if you're going to do a virtual inauguration,
Right. You're not even going to be there. So why do you need to do all that shit? Do you think people
right?
are going to storm the fucking Capitol thinking you're there? Because we all know you're not going to be there. Everybody
You're,
knows that. The whole goddamn planet knows it. A
yes, you're
dude
not
in a
even going to do a
cave in
parade.
fucking a dude living in a cave in fucking India knows that you're not going to be there. You know what I mean?
I mean, at least Trump had more balls than Biden
Right.
because he did a parade. He got out and walked and not hid behind some fucking screen like a keyboard fucking warrior bitch. I mean,
Yeah.
Biden's election has been a joke from the get rip. And like I said, I will not call that man a president.
No, he's not my president. Hey, they wanted to pull all that, not my president for all that time. Yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to pull that same shit.
Exactly.
Not my president, dude. Except I'm not going to be a dickhead about it. It just be not my president, dude. I don't care. What's going on? Oh, I don't even, who the fuck cares? Not my president.
Yeah, the Biden-Harris presidential election, the presidency of the Biden-Harris will be forever known as Constantine wire and fencing around our Capitol building. Ours, we the people, it belongs to us, not them. Basically, they're
Right.
saying you have no rights. You don't have a right to come in here and listen. But they had no problem letting people come in and protest during the Supreme Court nomination and interrupt. That wasn't insurrection. That wasn't nothing but yep, because Trump called on people to use their voices and come and speak and let their representative know they disapprove of what's going on. Oh, you're insurrections, you're domestic terrorists. You need to be punished. We need to liberate our southern states, as AOC said, because you're
Why? Like, don't
oppressing.
you know?
You've been oppressed because you're surrounded by all these red states, these MAGA. We've had congressmen this week threatening to go after those that did not impeach Trump, saying they are the reason to blame. They are the ones that helped this insurrection. It's gotten to the point where, you know, The more I study this, the more I believe this is a protected interim government. I know nothing except
Uh-huh.
that Trump swore an oath to protect us. And for the most
So,
part, he's kept his promises. He's made this country better than what it was. And now we've turned it back over to those tyrannical, treasonous, seditious bastards and cunts that want to fucking enslave us and strip us of everything that's been good for the last 4 years. And
yeah.
before this year's over, we'll be in another fucking world
Amen.
war.
Amen. We will be. We will be at war with probably Iran. Since they
And the
want to be
real
on the
enemy,
Christian gang.
fucking for real, is China. You
Right.
know,
Right.
like I started to
Right.
state
China's
earlier
the
and
one we
got
got to worry
sidetracked.
about.
They keep sending fucking masks that are fucking don't even work, garbage. And you know
Right.
what? You want to fix China? It's simple. This is what every
Hey, and
country
if you
needs
want
to
to be,
fucking do. Put an
and if
embargo
you
on
want to be a
them and not ship anything out. Kick them out of our countries.
and if you want to be a mask wearing little twat, Sportsman's Guide. They've got boxes of 100 of them for like $25.
Right.
So stop paying $1 or $3 a mask in these fucking stores. Get yourself a box of 100 of them. That way you can change them properly like you're supposed to.
Yep.
And be sure to throw it in a fucking trash can, not in the parking lots.
Right. Quit
I see 'em
littering
in the
our
fucking
fucking
parking
streets
lots all the time in town.
with your
I
fucking
live in a
panty
little
liners.
fucking tourist. I live in a little fucking tourist town, and y'all assholes are throwing them little fucking things around. Right? They look like goddamn panty liners in the fucking parking lot.
I actually know a fucking nurse on Facebook that came out and fucking blasted everybody for wearing fucking panty liners on their face. Go ahead and talk for a bit. I got to go downstairs and grab a pack of cigarettes because I went through a pack of cigarettes already.
Okay, cool. You know, I don't know if anybody's paying attention or anything, but apparently there was in Sterling, Virginia, there's been a huge explosion. Let me see if I can find any. Oh, here we go. I found a link. Explosion in Sterling, Virginia. Fairfax County Fire and North Point Fire rescue stations were dispatched to respond to a structure fire. Appears to have been a propane cylinder. Ooh, yeah, that made a mess. Huh. Well, that was awesome.
All right, I'm back. Won't be making another trip down the stairs anytime soon. One too many COVID killers.
Right. Just rebusted a video. So, large explosion and fire in Sterling, Virginia. Apparently, a propane tank went boom. I don't know though. The smoke is orangish red. Looks suspect to me. Huh. There's a large data center in Sterling as well. Although the fire chief says it's from a possible propane explosion. But damn,
That's
you can see it
interesting.
from all the way across town.
We just had a whole fucking town shut down this week because of fucking a gas leak, potential fucking fire hazard where they evacuated everyone from the town. Told them they couldn't come back.
Well, I'd really like to follow this weirdo named Curious George on fucking Twitter. But I'm not going to. Apparently, we're a day late, though. Holy shit, volcano insurance. You know what you ain't heard about recently? Volcano insurance. Fucking volcano insurance. Mm-mm. Lone
You know,
Star Medic.
oh, really?
I don't know if you follow him or not on
Yes, I
Twitter.
do.
You fuck with him?
Not on Twitter.
Yeah,
I
he just
follow him
tweeted out
on
some,
YouTube.
okay. Yeah, see, I don't follow him on YouTube. I follow him on Twitter. I don't know, I'd almost consider him a friend. We've talked a lot on Twitter. You know what I mean? As far as people you've met off the internet, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you know, one of them, hey, bro, if it's bad enough, you know, you could bring your family here, man. Bring your old lady and your kid.
Well,
Throw your Harley up in the back of that fucking pickup truck, put your old lady and kid in the truck, and get here. We's up in the mountains, son. Ooh, damn, you fucking cheap bastards. Yeah, hey. Hey, are you there, Smiley?
yeah, I'm here.
Ha ha ha. So what do you think about a 32 ACP? 32 caliber pistol. I think not.
No, too hard to find ammunition. And yeah, damn, that having front piece sucks. Too hard to find ammunition for.
No,
Fucking
actually, I seen ammo for a 32 up there at Outdoor Unlimited.
really?
Yeah, they had like 32, 38.
Yeah, well, never go wrong with 38 special.
Yeah, they had 38 special. They had 38 special plus P even.
Damn.
They even had some of the 38 special gold dot hollow points. Yeah. And I went, damn, that sucks. The old lady got rid of her 38 special fucking 5 years ago because we thought it was junk. Well, it wasn't junk, but you know what I mean. Is this in stock? Holy shit, this is in stock, Smiley. Yeah, I might have to share this one. Huh. There you go, Bree. Bree appreciate this if she sees it on Twitter. She got to appreciate this.
You know, funny thing. You know me. Like a lot of people here just hear my voice. You know me personally. Well, you know I got friends around the world, right?
Right.
Well, you know So Rule.
Yes.
Canadian friend of ours.
Right.
Gayer than a $2 bill.
Right. That's her business. His business, whatever.
Right. Still a friend.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's funny. He fucking messaged me and sent me a fucking tweet. Or not a tweet, but a fucking on Facebook message, a messenger. You know, they're under actually fucking straight lockdown. You can't leave your fucking house.
Right, yes.
Unless it's for work, medical, and if it is absolutely necessary for groceries, you can't have it delivered to your house. That's how strict they've got. And that just happened this week. You know.
Well, see, I know that the grocery store down here is pushing at-home delivery now.
A bunch of places are.
Right here. Well, I mean, in Boone. Really?
Which is cool for the people that live in Boone, but what other people that live down the mountain? Like in your area.
Right.
They're not coming out there.
Right. Oh, no. Motherfucker, shit. Ain't nobody coming out here. The police don't even like coming out here.
No, they do not.
I mean, if the sheriff's got to come out, if the sheriffs come out here, when they do, they usually come 3 or 4 cars deep, and there's usually 3 or 4 officers in each car.
Right.
Plus a dog or 2. Like, I mean, I remember when they went down to that guy's house down the road down here when he was on probation, just to do a home check or whatever. And they showed up with fucking 3 fucking sheriff cars and the dogs and like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you guys?
Right.
You know they're gonna do nothing to you down here in the middle of the daylight. Shit. Ooh, you know what's going down though? Is the Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Yeah, I've seen that and want to try it.
It's pretty tasty. So it's going to sound like I'm opening a Budweiser here in a minute. But it's Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
They got a
That
new
is
one
real
coming out that I want to try too.
I like a Dr. Pepper every now and again. And well, I've been taking to having one after dinner at night. You know, instead of a Pepsi, I switch to a Dr. Pepper.
Right. And
My one soda of the day.
And this tweet's very accurate. Caravan from Honduras busting through Guatemala border en route to the USA. Coming to to a city near you soon. Especially if Obama, or not Obama, well, might as well be, because he was vice president of Obama, so it's going to be the same fucking politics.
I bet I tweeted about that 6 different times today. You probably can't even find it in my timeline. I even commented on it a couple times. Like,
Right.
So, yeah, you know they're going to. They know, fucking Biden's coming in, so they know.
I know,
You know.
Biden's already fucking declared that now 11 million immigrants are going to be allowed into our country, given free
Right.
fucking citizenship, along with free
Everything.
medical, but they won't do shit for our homeless.
Right, give me free medical, bitch. I just went to the fucking doctor's yesterday and it cost me fucking $171.
Right. I mean, fuck, my fucking dental bill was fucking
Of course,
13.
now my insurance company's going to reimburse me for that. The wife called them today, but yesterday I had to pay $171 out of pocket. And, you know, I usually only carry a couple hundred in cash on me anyways. So that was a hit to my pocket. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
An unexpected hit. But yet, when I got to the pharmacy today to pick up my meds, they had everything right. And they even put that money back in my bank account. Even though I paid cash at the doctor's office, company put that money back in the bank account. Which wasn't a big deal. I can just stop by an ATM. But, it always pays. And to our listeners, yeah, there's another good idea. Always keep a couple $100 cash on you if you can. I know it's hard nowadays, but keep a little bit of cash on you.
Uh-huh.
Whatever you can keep on you. Maybe even go to a pawn shop and buy yourself one of them little silver silver ingot, and put it in your wallet, behind your driver's license or something back there in them little hidey holes we got in our men's wallet. That way you got an ounce of silver. You can buy little ounce silver bars. They're not that expensive.
No, they're not. Silver's freaking dirt cheap right now.
And it'd be a good idea to keep one of them behind you, because if cash becomes no good all of a sudden, and you're traveling and you need gas for your vehicle, that guy at the gas station might deal with you if you go, hey, I got silver, dude, right here. Let me get
Especially if you're in the rural areas.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's fucking strong.
What is that, a COVID too?
Yeah, add more Red Bull right now to dilute it. Unless
yeah,
that might be why I might have accidentally grabbed the fucking Captain instead of the Black Velvet when I mixed it.
Yeah, I just shared a nice Rock Island Armory 22 pistol.
Ooh.
It's pretty.
And right now that's my fucking thing. More Americans right now are buying fucking guns than ever.
That's why I've been sharing shit on Twitter, hoping some of my friends see them and go, "Oh yeah, damn, that's not a bad deal. That would be perfect."
And
Like
truthfully,
this 22 caliber. Oh, this is a 22 Magnum. Shit, that's even
that's even
better.
better. That's what my Henry is.
Right. That's awesome. You can hunt deer with a 22 Magnum.
Yes, you can. Oh, that's nice. Burnt bronze. I like that. And I'm not usually a big guy on shiny fucking shit. I like my shit
Yeah,
black.
me neither. Yeah, me too. But I like the look of that one.
Although I
Around
gotta
here,
admit,
they
I'm
blend in
noticing
with the
on the
ground.
Sportsman's Guide now they're actually
I
restricting
wouldn't want to
people
drop. I wouldn't want to drop. Right. No, I wouldn't want to drop
to.
that in the woods.
Oh fuck no! You wouldn't find it.
Right.
They're actually restricting. Well, not well, I use restricting. I mean restricting household how many you can buy. I didn't notice it on a lot of sites. They're
Yeah.
doing it. You can only have a
Yeah.
limit one or depends what the item is, certain amount per household.
Right.
Which we should be used to that now. I mean, you went to your fucking Walmart or fucking local grocery store, they were putting limits on everything.
Well, they still
The
are.
best one was the dollar store. Fucking, they labeled it as paper. You could only buy 2 things of paper. Now that counted as you bought toilet paper and then you bought paper towels. That was your
Tissue.
allotment of 2 things of
2
paper.
papers.
You want to
Right.
buy tissues on top of that to blow your nose. Well, you couldn't buy. You had to choose between your paper, your toilet paper, your
Right. Or
paper
your tissue
towels, or the
paper.
tissue. Yeah, they got
Right.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I
Even
remember that.
Aldi's did it. Aldi's, I
See,
mean,
they didn't do that to me down here though.
they're still doing it to this day. Because I stopped in Aldi's the other day. Cause fuck, usually a great place to go to stock up on bulk ship at cheap prices. Oh no, they're still limiting certain
Right.
items, especially canned goods, and it's like, fuck.
Are they still limiting canned goods at Aldi's?
Yep.
I almost went in there the other night because we were down at Dunham's, and it's right there next to it.
Uh-huh.
But I almost stopped in there, but I didn't. So I'm glad I didn't.
But this was truthfully a wake up call to everybody, even the preppers out there who thought they were prepared. I think we all found fucking areas where we weren't prepared for that we didn't think about.
Right. Right. Little holes and shit.
Even I found little holes and shit that I wasn't prepared for. And I'm truthfully personally don't need much because it's just me. But yet I also support help fucking put groceries and shit for my family, parents and shit. So I quickly found out, where fucking loopholes. My dad's like, we fucking you see toilet paper buy it. I care less about toilet paper. I want a fridge stocked.
Yeah, but you need shit paper too.
If I need shit paper, I got plenty of
Yeah,
paper laying around. I get junk mail.
Right, but it's still the little shit we don't think about. We're like, fuck.
And honestly, the only thing that fucking caught me
Yeah,
off guard was CBDs. Not thinking the tobacco stores are closed down.
Right. I still got some.
That was the only thing I didn't have stocked up because I bought fucking tobacco. I bought 2 bags of tobacco, 4 boxes of filters. Okay, that's the backup in case they stop. Gas stations closed down. I can't buy a cigarette because I smoke traffics. I got a backup,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll last me fucking a couple months.
Same.
Then I'm like,
same.
I get paid on Friday, so this was a Tuesday. I'll just stop Friday and get my fucking get a couple jars of fucking CBDs because I like the fucking raspberry or the berry blend.
Well, you got till Wednesday to get whatever you need right now.
Mm-hmm. I actually bought
We
a
might make it to the
bottle of
weekend, but who
Crown.
knows what the fuck? Who knows what's going to happen on the 21st?
Right. So, I had my bases covered. I mean, except for my CBDs.
Right.
I'm sorry. I take 1,000. I buy the 1,000 milligram ones, which now I don't worry about it because I'm stocked up
Right.
with CBDs. Clear down to a fucking banging ass fucking berry blend of fucking honey. That's 250 milligrams. That
Good.
fucking is amazing on toast.
On this one that I really like. It's a gummy. It's pretty nice. They're 200 milligrams. But they're like
I've been buying the
the little orange, the orange fucking candies, the orange like jelly bean kind of style candy.
Right.
The orange slices. That's what they're called.
Yes.
They're like those.
Mm.
They're fucking banging. They sell some up there at the fucking smoke ring spot. Dude, this motherfucker's sweet. Oh my God, I'm gonna share this rifle with you. It's a little pricey, but holy cow, man, it's a work of art. It really is. It's a 45-70. And guess what? They got ammo for that up there at the fucking gun store. Why? Because nobody owns a 45-70. Because it's a big ass bullet.
Right. Ooh.
And you could hunt an elephant with that damn thing.
Go for a meal.
Yeah. They used to hunt buffaloes with those.
Yes, they did.
And believe it or not, 300 yards with that thing is a pretty doable shot. They've got a few rifles in stock. Anybody's listening, Sportsman's Guide, they do have a few rifles in stock. Some of them are a little pricey, but I mean, you can get some for as cheap as $390.
Yeah, and they got a nice selection of fucking black powder stuff because I was looking through that.
Yes, they do. I've been looking through the black powder as well. I'm really thinking about I want one of those Hawkins. You seen those Hawkins old-timey ones?
Yes, I have. I've been wanting one.
I've been really looking at those, man. I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted one of those.
I mean, I got a
well,
modern tradition right now. That motherfucker's love.
Right.
Of course, like you said, fuck, I'm the only fucking red dot. Like, you would think about putting a fucking red dot on it.
Right.
Fuck. Came with a scope. I mean, why not?
Oh, yeah, I'd use it.
I took the scope off and mounted a red dot on it. It is not a small game rifle. Well, it's not a rifle. It's a black powder gun, but
No.
Right.
No. Well,
I learned my lesson on that one.
Kind of a rifle. Yeah, it's black powder. Well, see, like right here, they got a Traditions build it yourself 50 caliber Kentucky rifle kit.
Oh, that's what I need to get my dad. He'd love that.
That's $269, man.
He used to be real big into the fucking build it yourself, like the old school fucking pirate pistols, Western pistols.
I've always wanted to do one myself. I get that nice piece of wood from them and stain it some nice mahogany or something. Or, just, I don't know, just check out different stains, find something that look really good on it, and just make it look pretty. Something you can hang up above the fire, hang it above the fireplace. You know what I mean?
Right, and it's something good to have around. Cause like I've always stated, all you guys that's fucking big on the fucking guns, AR platforms. Eventually, you're gonna run out of ammo. Eventually, you're not gonna be able to fucking reuse the shell casings to fucking reload.
I bet you I don't.
Well, yeah.
I got a bolt action. I got a bolt action rifle. You
But
know,
you know what I
that's
mean.
my
You know,
modern rifle. It's a bolt action. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. We own an AR,
hmm
you know, in this household. But yeah, I mean, fuck that. I also own a bolt action rifle that I got ammo enough to shoot for probably generations.
exactly.
You know, it's a hunting rifle. It's a hunting rifle, man. And it, like I said, I got enough ammo. It'll last for a couple generations.
You know, your best
And
investments
I
right
only
now.
got maybe 300, maybe 300 rounds of ammo for it. And it's just a bolt action 243 deer rifle, you know. Well, you can hunt anything with it, really, but
Exactly.
really
You know,
good for deer. Really good for deer hunting.
for me, the best investments right now, especially with the ammo fucking shortage, and it's going to get worse with Democratic fucking controlled everything. Go out and buy yourself a fucking reloading kit so you can reload your own. Buy also invest in the reloading for your shotgun ammo, but also invest in black powder weapon guns.
Right. And, and primers, if you can find them.
Yeah, they're getting hard to find right now too.
Primers, because, yeah,
I,
they're
I
getting
just
real hard
stocked
to
up on
find,
my
man.
primers, so I'm good to go for a little while because I buy them by the hundreds.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
Well, even primers, even the primers for reloading are becoming very hard to find.
oh yes. Well, I mean, right now, there's an ammo shortage, honestly, and a lot of people are going, okay, so I'm just gonna reload it, buy the shell cases because it's cheaper to buy a fucking bag of 100 shells and reload them
Right.
your specific specs for your specific gun. As we all know, every gun's different. It like a certain fucking spec of powder, a certain spec of this or that, and right now everybody's like, "Fuck, I can't get my 45 ammo. I can't get my fucking 223
Right.
506 ammo, so I'm gonna fucking go ahead and fucking buy these casings." Then they realize, well, shit, I've been fucking wasting all this money buying fucking paying $50 a fucking box for fucking 20 rounds, 50 rounds, when I could be fucking reloading by the hundreds.
Right.
It's a great investment,
Yeah, especially if you got the time and the patience to sit there and do it.
right? And honestly, the past fucking last year, people had more time on their hands and knew what to do with. I mean, I was talking to fucking, I went to Tractor Supply one day. I was talking to fucking one of the fucking employees there, and he was talking about, man, we can't keep gardening shit. I've seen more people coming in here starting their first gardens, asking questions than I knew what to do with. He goes, I mean, this COVID lockdown shit did anything. It made people go out there and do stuff they didn't normally do, like start gardens, do it yourself projects. It was, like I said,
Right.
I didn't take all the negativity from the fucking COVID shit. I seen what it did. It brought people together, got them doing shit they
Yeah,
didn't have time to do,
it got a lot of
and actually, it helped wake people up. Which, in that classical sense,
right.
that backfired on
It
every
did.
government because it
Right,
actually
because it
brought
got people off
communities
their
together.
asses.
It brought people, started making
Mm-hmm.
them realize, hey, people started
Well, plus,
questioning
I
it.
mean, who's going to show up to clean your gutters, or
Right.
who's coming to who's coming to mow your lawn? You know, your little tiny strip of lawn, anyways, that you could just mow yourself just as easily. Like I was talking to a dude up at Lowe's over the summer, and he was like, "You wouldn't believe how many people came in and bought lawnmowers, just regular push mowers.
Right.
Like they were sold out of them." Because I was one of those people that went in and bought one. I was just lucky enough to know somebody that worked there, and I got a Craftsman mower, which I'm happy with. Not a bad little mower. Yeah, it did get people off their asses and out doing things, but it also, Uh-oh. You may just jump on the phone, man.
Huh?
We're about to get hung up.
But yeah, you reached that time. I forgot there's a time limit on fucking for the phone call too. To or not YouTube, which means we're about getting close to that 3 hour mark or 2 hour mark. Well, 3 hour mark. I'm gonna wrap this up since we're about to the fucking 3 hour mark anyway. You just so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I missed a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, which is probably a good thing on my part. But it comes to the point where each and everyone needs to think about what is exactly we are looking at today. We're looking at a capital that's under siege. And it's not under siege from us. Under siege by us. It's under siege to keep us from something that belongs to us. We've got politicians screaming that we're insurgents, we're domestic terrorists, that we need to be, how'd AOC put it? Liberated from people like me that talk about things like this. We're oppressing people because we're speaking our minds, because we believe that this country is a beacon of hope for the world, because we don't agree how our leadership is taking us, has committed crimes, atrocities. These are the things that you guys need to think about. It needs, I keep saying there's that perennial line that eventually enough's enough. When do you draw that line? So you cross this, enough's enough. I honestly, in my opinion, that line's been drawn, it's been crossed, enough's enough. I've got people that don't want to come on the podcast right now because they know my stance on this. And they can't because their jobs, it's things they do, and I respect that. But at the same time, you got to keep it real. If you believe in this country, you believe in what our founding fathers wanted for this country, it comes to a point, much like our National Guard and reserves that are in DC right now. Maybe it's time they remember the oaths they took. When the very criminals aren't the ones that storm the building that belongs to them. It's the ones that are actually inside the building. The ones that have been tearing our Constitution apart. The ones that are labeling the American people as domestic terrorists because they want to make America great again. Because they were Trump supporters. It's time we put aside the things that divide us, whether it be religion, race. We're all supposed to be brothers and sisters. We're all supposed to be American citizens. We should be standing up for each other, no matter what. And that means standing up to our very congressmen when they commit sedition and treason. When they try to say, you can't say mother, father in the House, which is breaking the very oath that they took. Enough's enough. It's time that we use our voices. And these platforms that don't like it, fuck off. You nuke my account, I come back with another. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to run. I bow down before no one but God. And you ain't gonna make me. You can tap my phone all you want, because if I got something I want to say, that phone will be nowhere near me, and I will be in a dead zone, which most of you already know because you've eavesdropped enough of my conversations. Considering I don't have the reach that you think I have, but I do have a reach to a certain point. I also have other entitlements that I don't throw around much, such as I'm a direct descendant of a signer of the Constitution, of the Founding Father, so don't fuck with me. I ain't the one. And some of you out there that's listening know that. From the last time you decided to follow me. To you big censorship Nazis out there, don't try it. I ain't the one. Some of us are tired of the bullshit. And eventually, well, all I gotta say is sons and daughters of liberty does mean something to me. It is part of my history. And that means something. This channel was created for all of you. We're all the sons and daughters of liberty. Now, regardless of where our families came from, we all came to this country for one thing, for our freedoms, our liberties, our rights, to become better than what we are oppressed from. And now we're being oppressed by our government. Sorry about that. I got disconnected. Well, actually, no, I reached that timeline. I wasn't paying attention. Each of us have a choice to make. We have a choice to allow them to continue doing what they're doing. Telling all of us, the buffer will go away here in a second, telling us we don't have no rights. We are domestic terrorist insurgents. Well, they better hope that what they're calling us never comes to fruition, because then there will be tribunals. And they will remember who their masters are. We're not their masters. They're our representatives. We're their masters. And it's time that they remember that. Right now, I still say it's time to use our voices. But eventually, that day will come to an end, and for most of us, it'll be fade to black. You won't hear a podcast. You won't see a face. You won't hear no talking. Because as the old saying goes, talk's cheap. And eventually, we might get to that point. I'm not at that point just yet. I'm at the point where our voices need to be heard. We need to use our voices. And right now, what we need is unity, not division. And they keep pushing division. As long as they want to keep pushing the division game, I'm going to keep pushing the unity game. Because united we stand, divided we fall. Now you may understand why they banned the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag from our schools because they want us divided. They don't want us standing in unity. They want us, oh, this person's racist because this person's black or Hispanic. No, we're all brothers and sisters. Color has nothing to do with it. If you want to say color has something to do with it, fine. I bleed red, white, and blue. No matter which flag it is, because both flags bleed red, white, and blue, whether it be the Confederate flag or the American flag. They're both the same. And anybody knows the true history of the rebel flag understands it for the rebel flag, not the Confederate flag. Any person that understands their history knows where we are going. And if Biden has his way and the Democrats and certain Republicans have their way, it will be a very dark winter. It'll be the darkest winter we have ever known when they come and strip us of all our rights, make us nothing, make us in the very image of what we see happen in communist China, North Korea, and any other dictatorship you want to add to that list. They've already proven it by surrounding the Capitol with fencing and armed military guards with live ammunition. We are repeating history because it ain't the first time we've had a military presence in our capital. To go against the citizens. Research your history, know your history. And for heaven's sake, don't let the beacon of hope for the rest of the world die because some Democrats and certain Republicans have a communist socialist view and want to take this country down with every step and destroy every freedom that our founding fathers, our forefathers, our brave men and women fought for to protect. Because they do that, that makes every single serviceman that took an oath to defend this country and its sovereignty and its freedoms in vain. You know, call it a gut check, a reality check, whatever you want. The truth is, we've reached that point where some people have forgotten the oaths they've taken. Some people forgot who the true masters are. And it ain't the politicians. They're supposed to be our representatives. We're supposed to be the masters of them. For far too long have they run amok, done things that's been illegal, where normal everyday citizens would go to prison for or federal prison for. It's time that enough's enough. It's time that people are held accountable for their actions. Actions speak louder than words, and the actions committed by many of our representatives are treasonous, sedition, calling us domestic terrorists, insurgents because we have an idea, an ideology, and make America great again, is basically declaring war on the American people. And that's where we stand today. Capitol buildings, state capitol buildings around the states are shut down in fear of violent riots. But yet they had no problem with the Antifa and BLM protests that destroyed countless small businesses, even large businesses and banks. Now that was okay, as long as it fit their agenda at the time, which was to divide people instead of unite. Our politicians are all about division, not unity. They talk about unity in the guise of division. And so many people out there, oh yes, we need to unite. We need to forget the crimes or forget election fraud. Forget about the last 4 years of prosperity and growth. We need a peaceful transition to the next power. And we need to let them strip us of rights and freedoms. So yes, Dark Winter, it's here. It's just the very beginning of it. And this year is going to be a year of woe. Woe to those that value their freedoms. Woe to those that believe in a Second Amendment. Woe to those that believe in a freedom of speech, a democracy. And this ain't a democracy, it's supposed to be a republic. Woe to anybody that isn't rich and elitist. Woe to anybody that dares to express themselves, to be free thinkers and speak their mind. We're going to find a way to silence you, whether it be put a gag order or offer you a bunch of money for as a contract so you can't speak about things. I'm sorry. That's straight out of the playbook of Hitler's Nazism. That's straight out of the playbook of every fucking dictator that's ever rose to power. If you need a military presence to enable, to put in power a president, then that goes against every principle that our four founding fathers stood for. And it goes against every value of America. My appeal to the service, National Guard and reservists out there, stand down, walk away. You've shown us in the past that you're more than willing to do it. You showed us in Ferguson that you'll stand down and not escalate. The fact is, you swore an oath. Honor that oath. Know right from wrong. And understand what they're trying to get you to do. We don't need another Ken State. We don't need what was supposed to belong to the people restricted. We don't need a Berlin with a wall, essentially putting fences up, nothing more than a wall. It's a barrier to keep people out. You're keeping people out that belong there because the Capitol building belongs to we the people. And to erect those fences, to police those areas, you're violating the oath you took. And I know my words probably offend, piss people off, but they're the truth. You know what they say, the truth hurts. You know the oath you took. You also know that you're not Congress's puppet. You're not even the president's puppet. You belong to the people. You know, President Trump, he's still our president for a couple days. Don't go out of disappointment. You still have the power and the ability to set things right, set our Congress right, give it back to the people. Do the job and the oath of office that you took. Fix the corruption. Otherwise, in truth, you're no better than them. You know, and I know a lot of people out there thinking we see this military presence, and people are thinking, well, maybe that's what that's for. Maybe that's your last effort to try to get a tribunal. Well, if it is, you must should have acted on it days ago. You know, otherwise, what did you do for this country? You made it great for 4 years, and you lied down and bowed out. No different than what everybody else does. Kind of a disappointment, in my opinion. You know, I've not been the one for mincing words. If the kettle's black, I'll call it black. And me personally, I think the way things have gone, the way things are looking to approach, if you don't lay down the law that you have the right to do, you're no better than the rest of the swamp. And for that, yeah, I'm sure I'll catch some slack, but I don't care. Because the fact is, everybody looks for a leader. President Trump, are you that leader? Are you the leader that's going to do what you said and drain the swamp? Are you the leader that's going to put things right? Or are you just going to bow down? Probably get arrested right after you get out of office, because that's more likely the case that's going to happen. And watch everybody that jumped on your bandwagon, believed that making America great was something, all be called domestic terrorists, insurgents. Nah. Well, maybe one day we'll find a real leader to follow. A George Washington, a Abraham Lincoln, a Teddy Roosevelt, somebody that's going to inspire people to fix what they see. Or maybe this will be a lesson learned to everybody that we need to be more careful who we put into office. Not that it matters, because apparently voter fraud is perfectly legal, which we all knew. I mean, truthfully, with the Electoral College, you don't have a vote because your state gives all the votes to the winner, whether it be I voted Republican, you voted Democrat, Democrat wins, so therefore the Republican votes go to the Democrat. Therefore, our system is broken, much like all of our systems are broken, and nobody wants to fix it, because if we fix it, then we become that beacon of hope for the rest of the world. Something for you to think about and ponder on till our next podcast. You guys all enjoy, Enjoy your weeks. Be safe. I'm out.